Okay for that. No promotion at all. Facebook, Twitter, that's it. Yeah, you're probably pretty good. Oh, yeah, so my wife owns the employee. Oh, yeah. Bad. Don't tell that secret. Uh-oh. My wife threw it out. My kids didn't wait for my first one. We played football in the backyard and I threw it and goes, woo! Oh no, I bought them a metal detector for Christmas and everything. I was like, what do you want a metal detector? Yeah, they got me another one, but she's still in there. She didn't ask. That's where he's ratting me out. Oh, yeah, no kidding. You sit over here so you can work it. We ran on the not five. You know what? We may be able to do it without my mic's still hot. And I can listen. She doesn't need headphones. I don't even have that. Oh, yeah. I'm lucky I just threw my headphones in there. I know.
Where are the other headphones?
They don't work right now. Mine's great, but I had an intern last year break it, and so only one side worked.
Can you hear me? Yes. Yes. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Testing. Yes. Pikachu. What am I saying right now? Pikachu.
No, my wife's close. She lives in a little town.
Hear me now?
I'm from Abilene, basically. No,
Whoa.
Good. We just ate that before this, but I thought I'd go spill some water down there. You know, it's the biggest city in the world. Everybody that was
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yes.
It's a fun place to come play. What? And you guys can buy a house. They don't plug in.
They don't work.
Yeah, I know. Right in the middle.
They're not plugged in.
We stay in Salado, which is
You can't talk to me, but I can talk to you. Jigglypuff. And set fire on your head. Can I at least hear myself once, Colt? Go. Colton's just gonna do it. Why not on? I tried it on.
Smile.
Woo! And woo! And woo! And woo! And woo! And woo! Not happening.
Okay.
Set a fire on your head. Poke stick and breathing. Paul, can you hear me? And said that's out of date. Easier. This bright place I were on the beach. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways. Okay.
My helpers here. Not on that one.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Testing.
I can
Testing.
hear you.
We're good. Are we okay?
Second that. Get down 9. Let's try again.
And move. Can you hear it?
About halfway in, it starts. That one's dead. Starts that. Now, maybe it's the wrong one down here. Hey, slide out of the way. Come back here behind me. There you go.
I'm going to see if I can hear myself.
Okay. A little. Hey, I'm telling you what, I got some new ones this year. Uh-oh. You just wait. There'll be might be an IHOP this year. I've got a Miley Cyrus one. Oh, yeah.
Hello.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Hey, baby. Hello. Testing, testing. I can hear myself. Colt on, Tucker. What was that? Colt, I can hear you. Say something. Ah! Nice try, Colt. I can hear you. Try to make me fun. I want to say something. Don't put it to your lip. Don't do those. Say something. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. I can't hear you. Okay, it's on. Okay, I'll turn it on. Dumb ways. What's the thing playing on? Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Yeah, you got that right. Dumb ways to die. Cool, I'm speaking to myself. Dumb ways to die. So many. The weather is fine inside, 'cause we're warm and gentle. Yeah. Waiting. Beep, 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 beep.
Do that. You're actually going out on the internet, so talk with it. We're going to talk. I'm out of practice. You want this one back? Let's come down.
Sorry, Dad.
No, you're all right, buddy. You the man. Gracias. Thank you so much. Tell Grams hi. Grams is listening to you right now.
Hi, Grams.
Say, I hope you're having a good day.
Hope you're having a good day, Grams.
Better tell her hi.
I did.
Just medium, but I hope she doesn't mind. I'll be alright. Got my whole crew. Here we go. Hey, you almost got a baseball or a basketball team. Oh yeah? You almost got a basketball team. I got half of them. They're 5'7" like your daddy. Hey, it never shot me. I'm gonna try to grab some water. Do you want one? I think you get some free with the plate. Be very careful with your water. Where'd you find those? Got the straws. Keep your water close. Perfect. Here you go. I'm drinking out of this one. Okay. Darn, brother. You're not your mom. Mom doesn't know. See how this? There you go. Hands off each other. Throw it down. got another pass now, but I still need that one back from her. Oh, yeah. Really cool. Because that's my media pass, I have my staff pass. Put on too many different hats. If you want to during the season, I'll give you the link and stuff. You can check it out. We're going to do Red Menace TV, and we do Star Snippets and stuff. I do interviews with the players after games. I get highlights off me and my copy. 7:05. I don't know. This is their first race.
Oh, there's two. I like the black ones. I like the black. The black ones are simple. Can I talk to this? And Dad, you forgot to. Exactly 22 minutes left when he said that.
Not as hard.
built the same way. And then there's a Thompson, Dad. So that. Look how much people went. 10,257 this week. Talking about it.
There you go.
What's her name? The girl. Yes. She was recently on that one. You were talking and then she turned to me and and then she was like this to you out and then she looked at me. Now I got to walk in.
Alright, so you guys are doing this live for real tonight, right? We will have some numbers by
Is anybody number 3? Mike Carter. 3?
Yeah, that's close to Sunday when everything was.
Okay, Cass. Come on, kids. Let's go.
Where are we going?
This way he was sitting.
Yep.
Where are we going?
We're going home.
I got it right here.
Okay, sounds good. Go. Hey, bye. Thanks, Hey,
Huh? My car. No, sir. Where's Maddie? I don't know what I need to do. I used to, long time ago, John Marcus.
Oh, yeah. John Marcus.
And then Lance, I know, took over. I had the artist chore of trying to edit Lance's 48-inch diatribe down to a 45-inch hole. Jim Lex is still there?
Yep, he is.
Lex is still there?
Jim.
And I heard Dave Henry just moved up.
Dave is recording full time now. Lance is still there, of course. John Mark.
Yeah,
Pretty much whatever you want.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, I've been there long enough. I don't know how long you've been there, but you surely know the legend of Papa.
oh,
I actually had to deal with short putts for a while.
I see.
Oh, that was an interesting adventure in journalism. But so anyway, I hope we keep in touch because I'm hoping
Let me get you one of mine.
I would like to, just as the league is growing too, to try to build a bit of a media network as well, so we can talk to each other, exchange information, stats, setups and things, so we can promote the idea that hey, we got a league, we got races, we got first and second place. Here's what my score is tonight. What's your score tonight? That kind of stuff. The technology is there to do it, so why not do it? So. I think, and so, let's hope we can, of course, here trying to build up.
Sure. Well, it is. It took the team over 30 years in Amarillo. It's baby steps.
Yep. Oh,
it's
yeah.
a lot bigger beast than people think.
Well, and, this facility in itself has its own, it's a fantastic facility, but it has its own challenges being out in the middle of nowhere compared to Albuquerque. I was talking to Coach. Tell me your coach's name, by the way.
Julian Reese.
I recognize him from someplace.
He's an old Amarillo guy. He played for the Dusters indoor team.
Okay.
He's been around for a while.
So we were talking about the fact that the game time got changed. How he throws his schedule off. He pointed out, says, hey, it's not like we go next door and just go grab a burger or something like that. We got 30 minutes to go to someplace to get something to eat and 30 minutes back and, trying to schedule warm-ups or anything like that. So,
makes a difference. So,
It does.
So I already talked to the owner about that tonight. That because I guess the employee that talked to him about it wasn't exactly the most cordial. And so I went to the owner and just told him, hey, this is not the kind of, if you're making a change or whatever, you guys made a mistake, not informing them so they can alter their schedule. So you need to be maybe a little bit humble about it. Don't come across with an attitude. You guys want this place to sell out as bad as the owner does here, so just as we went to there to keep this league going.
That's where you got it.
It's absolutely. Exactly. We've got to be, and that's why I'm out here trying to do this kind of a civic. I cover the area online because we don't have a daily newspaper, so I'm trying to kind of poke the dailies.
You got to take the news to people nowadays.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not going to stick it out.
And that's right there. That's the format to do it. Exactly. And so hopefully we can try to build this thing. Because people don't realize it. Just when they built this thing, they backed it with gross receipts taxes, and right now the city's having to contribute about $2 million a year to keep it afloat. And so they need something strong to draw regular crowds in here to pay for this place and free up the city government to fix the roads and everything else. Exactly. So it's a whole, there's a whole lot tied into this thing.
So what's the best way, like getting out of this deal? Like we looped all in. If this main road that goes out, can I just take it on out? Or
where do you want to go?
This lane, we stayed as far as we could go just back to the interstate or back to Albuquerque.
Okay. You can take, this road that's right out, that goes out here, that's Unser. That runs south. You can take that all the way down anywhere you want and turn left going to Albuquerque. You can take this, unfortunately, this Paseo del Norte that goes out and bends to the north, so that's away from Albuquerque. It kind of comes in, off of 550, the main road off of I-25. So getting back to Albuquerque, I would go Unser. Now if you want to get something to eat on the way and stop in Rio Rancho, go back that way, and instead of going left out there, kind of bare, not sharp right, but kind of straight ahead almost, that'll take you out to New Mexico 528, which is the main drag through Rio Rancho. And then if you're going out that way towards Albuquerque, there's all kind of restaurants, and you see McDonald's and Denny's and stuff like that, or those gyms, stuff like that on the way. Depends on what you want to do, and after the game, if you want to, if you're Isleta, you need to get on I-25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be good. We just out there, you got to be right away.
Yeah. If you go down, I would go down, matter of fact, I would go down Unser. Go down Unser, see a street. You don't want to go there and say that way. That's how it is. Go out to Unser to McMahon, and turn left and go down, and then you'll come across the main drag, which is 528. Follow that out, and you'll see we're in the street called Paseo del Norte. That's a main road. That'll take you right out to I-25. Paseo del Norte, so you can run that straight down to 25, and then get on that and go straight down to the street. So that's probably your best, the quickest. Otherwise, you go back the other way and get on 25 and go back out, but that's kind of going out of your way. So,
we're about to fire it up, Eric.
I'm ready.
Nice to meet you.
I'm around if you need somebody to talk to at halftime about whatever.
We'll talk to our owner. Always wants to talk.
Sure.
For some reason. But yeah.
Ego.
Yeah.
That's all right. Well, I'm here. Let's keep in touch.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Good luck to you tonight.
Try not to make fun of the stars too much.
Got whatever.
Alright,
We don't know what we got.
I had time to prepare, and I will for the next game.
What's
What?
up? I'm not talking.
Testing 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, why are you telling me? It's those guys over there. I bet it's up.
Mom's being able to see it, but the bar's not putting it up.
I mean, the bar's not up.
The bar it's supposed to be showing.
It will start broadcasting.
Mom's watching it now.
I don't know. Call Jeannie Hurley. Six, 7, 8, 3, 6, 9, 5, 4, 4, 9.
Hey, Kenny, you there? Hey, man, we've got 6 minutes till kickoff or till time starts. Teams haven't taken the field yet. I say, of course, depending on what it's like there, maybe another 3 or 4 minutes. Perfect. Because we'll do national anthem and all that, so we still probably have a little bit of time. Perfect. There you go. We'll just come out after that, depending on national anthem. All right, man. I'm just going to hang tight. All right, sounds good.
I'm Wes Henderson, joined with on my broadcast partner.
My name is Bernie Pitts, and we'll be broadcasting the game tonight against Amarillo. We're New Mexico Stars.
You know, it's going to be a good game. Amarillo is coming off back-to-back championships in each league. So, they're going to have an opportunity to beat this
Mine won't work.
over the last couple of years. If they can put a good game together, they brought in some new players, a new mindset, a new coach, Coach Vermont. He brings a new mindset. It's really good.
It won't fit, Steph. They're two different kinds.
I just want to see the team gel, come together as players as a unit. Want the offense to kind of get in sync, and then the defense to kind of get some shots.
You got to put both parts.
Going to get this one foul behind it a little bit and carry it on over to the three quarters. For the Amarillo Venom, we have Raymond Johnson, wide receiver, out of West Texas A&M University. Mike Carter, wide receiver, DB, out of West Texas A&M University. Kay Evans, DB. DJ Bashir, wide receiver. Devin Gates, defensive back. Tristan Kaplik, quarterback and wide receiver. Craig Fulton Jr., wide receiver DB. Mike Madonna, defensive back. Brendan Crocker, quarterback. Carl Johnson. Justin Johnson at receiver. Ron Evans Jr. at receiver. Shaka Harris. Jose Chavez. Isaiah Keys. Andre Davis. Andra Hendricks. Sean Warren. Eric Walsh.
All right.
Lorenzo Murphy. Kevin Myers. And Chase Bowers as the wide
Hey.
receiver for Amarillo Venom.
And that's a two-time defending Amarillo football champ, Amarillo Venom. So here we go. And for your home team, your New Mexico Stars. Jason Allen, number 9, defensive back. Donovan Bell.
Hey, you know what, Kenny? We can go another song. They haven't even done national anthem yet.
University of New Mexico Lobos. Landrick Brody, he's a linebacker,
Okay,
and you're going to
I
see him
mean,
a lot of fullback. Also from
That's fine. Let's go ahead and stay with it. I mean, they haven't even brought their team out yet.
Defensive back. And also we got
Nah, we don't have to.
defensive lineman, Aaron Davis.
Yeah, I got you.
Cameron, Dexter Manning, and he's one of your captains.
Ah.
Dexter is a go-to wide receiver for the site. If he can get it going, that's all he looks good.
Yes, sir. Really, because if he can get going, the Stars can find a way to give him the ball. He's definitely
As we keep going down the list, we have Keith O'Connell, offensive lineman and defensive lineman, Andrew McMurray, Jeremy McGee, and from your University of New Mexico Lobos, Chris Rivera. And this guy, by the way, we're watching this. He's kicking off from the Stars goal line. If we give him a good spot, a good opportunity, the kid's going to put it to a touch. From your University of New Mexico Lobos. Great wide receiver, 200 years old. Okay, how'd you finish it now? Yeah. Ron Dick, also known as Ron Dick. From your University of New Mexico Lobos. And Fox also
Okay.
your University of Mexico Lobos.
Well, we're sitting here. I'm trying to get our audio feed to Amarillo, and they're bleeding into our feed, is what it says. Crap.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if the Stars can get the crowd behind them, get that crowd noise in the stands, get the crowd behind them.
They're doing starting lineups.
The Metro Stars, which is made out of school players and locally, are starting to not pay for what they do. So let's always take a moment and thank them. Anyone in the first responders, anyone from also our military who's at the Air Force going right out there right now, getting ready for that anthem. Always take that time and recognize those out there that protect us every day.
Just going to do a couple tests out there for B2. We got some folks that say it's audio's bleeding over. We're going to go live with the radio broadcast here in about 2 minutes. But I want to see if you can hear me or New Mexico. I got a couple folks texting me back and forth. So let me know. There's one of them. How long, Kenny? Okay. I texted Greg. Their feed's coming over ours. Just tell them. Of course, it comes into national anthem, Kenny. Yes, commercial. Thanks, Kenny. All right, we're ready now when you are. Thanks, Kenny.
Well, it's almost time for the kickoff to the regular season for your New Mexico Stars football.
Rio Rancho, New Mexico tonight at the Santa Ana Stars Center for the Amarillo Venom versus the New Mexico Stars. The teams have both made their way onto the field as we're having a moment of silence here, and I'll try to tone it down as they do that. But Toby Tucker here with the broadcast. Kenny the Gunst back in the studio. Listen to 95.7 The Car for the home opener of the New Mexico Stars here tonight. They're wrapping up the prayer. We're trying not to talk over that. As they wrapped it up, now we can get back to game day boys. Amarillo Venom back-to-back Lone Star Football League champions coming in with a brand new roster. 4 guys that are veterans on this team. One is Raymond Johnson Jr., and he makes his way out to the captain's lineup, joined by Shaka Harris. Shaka played in the championship game last year. Kevin Myers, big offensive lineman that played for Abilene last year, new to the Venom this year. He is a veteran player, though, to the Lone Star Football League. And then Brendan Crawford, quarterback 6'4", 205 out of Langston University. He is going to be the starting quarterback for the Venom tonight. If you're listening to us on the America One Network, we understand that we may have some audio issues. They're going to continue to work on that. But if you're listening to 95.7 The Car, you hear us perfect right now. So the team captains have made their way out there. Captains for New Mexico. Jerome McGee, of course, he's a quick little receiver type, a veteran player for the Stars, and then Jason Allen comes out for the coin toss. The toss tonight looks like it's Darlene Jones, commissioner of the Lone Star Football League. She's delivered the game ball, and now the head official is getting ready to toss it. We talked about a new look for the Venom this year, not just the roster, but the jerseys as well. Sort of a Venom-style font to the jerseys, but it really looks sharp and crisp out there as the toss has gone up. And the players all circle around the big Santa Ana Star to see who's won the toss. Amarillo Venom has won the toss. They will defer to the second half. And we're going to see Coach Danny Snyder's defense up close and personal to begin with. So the Venom will go on defense, and they will kick off to the New Mexico Stars. The crowd here in Rio Rancho, nice little crowd on hand. But a large contingent from Amarillo made the trip here to just outside of Albuquerque, just to the north side, in between Albuquerque and Santa Fe, off the beaten path a little bit. But talk about some of the roster moves in the offseason as we Get ready to dance here, me and Kenny back there in the studio for the next 3 hours with you. And if you're at Joe Daddy's in Amarillo, you know that you're having a little fun there. If you want to get out and about, you still have time to make your way over to Joe Daddy's off Paramount Boulevard. You can watch this game live right now on their big screen TVs at Paramount at Joe Daddy's. So the Venom take the field. New kicker this year, Jason Cunningham, no longer with the team. Jose Chavez out of Paladuro High School. Fredo's what we call him. Number 23 for the Venom, set to tee it up. He's getting the ball from the official, Shaka Harris. DJ Brashears, Michael Carter, Tay Evans, a name that we're going to talk about a lot tonight. Some of the guys out there on kickoff. Devin Dace also out there. As the Venom are ready to start the 2014. Darrell Robinson back deep to receive for New Mexico. All fans on your feet, fangs up as Fredo kicks it. It's going to bounce hard at about the 10-yard line, takes a big jump, brought out at the 20, and then a tackle made by the Venom. That's big number 9, Mike Maldonado, with the first tackle of the year. And so the New Mexico Stars are going to take over 1st and 10. Ball's going to be placed at their own 17-yard line. And here come the Venom defense that Coach Danny Snyder is so excited about the potential for, led by Andre Davis out there, big defensive end, 6'5", he stands, and he'll be a big guy out there on defense tonight. Tay Evans also on defense. Devin Dace, Mike Maldonado make up your secondary. So 1st and 10 for the Stars. Quarterback drops back, still looking, throwing, deep ball wide open, and it's going to be incomplete as we had confusion there in the secondary that time, and they just missed. Andrew McGlory is the quarterback, and he had a wide open Jerome McGee for 6 points, and the ball fell short. McGee slipped down, and the Venom get away with one there. You know that early tonight there's going to be miscues as you've got a lot of new folks out there, and that time McGee just came wide open on the left-hand side, and McGlory just missed him. So 2nd and 10, McGlory, the quarterback. Motion man's going to be McGee. Twin receivers on the right-hand side. Motion man crosses the line a little quick. McGlory looks, fires, thrown, and then broke up by Tay Evans out of West Texas A&M University. Comes over the top, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Tay Evans, Paladuro High School, Amarillo hometown boy. Played with the St. Louis Rams, Arizona Cardinals, and now finds his way here in the Amarillo Venom uniform, trying to make that step back up to the league. I know we're excited to have Tay there, and you saw his ability on that play. Twin receivers on the left-hand side. A guy that your name you'll know, Dexter Manley, the motion man, makes it trips on the right-hand side. McGlory dropping, looking, has time, now pressure. Ball is thrown way deep, and it's 4th down. And the Venom defense looks like they may hold. Now, remember, in the arena game, there are no punts. So you're not going to punt. You're either going to have a long field goal attempt or you're going to have a 4th down try. So it's going to be 4th down and 10. Ball spotted on the 17-yard line of New Mexico. They're going left to right on your radio dial. 4th down for the Venom. Here we go. Manley going to be the motion man. Trip receivers on the right-hand side. It's Marcus Smith joined by Jerome McGee. Manley in motion. McGlory under center. He has the cap. Snap. Dropping. Looking. Still has time. Pressure over the middle. Wide open. Same play they ran on the first play. It's going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 1-yard line as they convert on 4th down. And it's going to be 1st and goal for the Stars. Once again, you're going to see some blown coverages early. Pressure was late getting there. McGlory made a better pass that time. It's the exact same play they ran on the first play of the game. Tay Evans with the tackle for the Venom. As the Stars are in business here at the 12:10 mark in the first quarter, just underway here in Rio Rancho. McGlory under center, joined in the backfield by big number 4, and that's Brody Landrick. Look for a handoff to him here, and it's a quick pitch out to Manley. Manley has the corner, and it goes nowhere, met by a pack of Venom defenders. First up is Devin Dace. Dace comes up with the tackle. It's going to be a loss of 2, we'll call it. 2nd down, ball on the 4-yard line. Now, they ran the big deep route earlier on 4th down. And one thing about the arena game, you get down here close, the end zones are 7 to 10 yards deep. This one's about, we're going to say, a good 7.5, 8 yards here in New Mexico. It varies from place to place. So you don't have a lot of room to run inside. The Venom defenders are big this year. Biggest group we've had since 2012. Manley, the motion man, McGlory on second down. Under center, dropping, looking, pressure comes, and the ball is batted away by Mike Maldonado. Manley had a step on him, and Maldonado came over the top. And besides the one blown coverage, really, I like what I'm seeing. We got 2 batted down passes by your defenders on the first drive. Under 11 minutes now in the first quarter, the Venom have yet to touch the ball. It's third down for the New Mexico Stars. And now you got to think, if we can hold them here, it's decision time for New Mexico. Manley going to be the lone receiver on the left-hand side. Jerome McGee now joins him that way. McGlory under center. Motion man is McGee. He's rolling. Snap. Pressure on the way. And tipped up and dropped by Devin Dace. Devin Dace had his hands on the ball and flat out dropped it. Tipped up that time by a couple of defenders. Looks like Ricardo Thompson got his hands on it first. And the big guy out of Ohio Dominican tipped it up. And that is 3 tipped balls on the first drive of the game for the Venom. You got to like what you're seeing with your defensive backs. Carter came with pressure that time, and now it's 4th down. 10-10 remaining in the first quarter, 0-0 here in Rio Rancho tonight. First drive of the game for the Stars, and their second 4th down already here early in the ball game. Can the Venom get a stop? Ball's on the 4-yard line. Motion man coming. McGlory drops, looks, throws the slant. It's dropped, and the Venom defense is held. That'll be 4 knocked down passes in one drive for the Venom. They brought a slant route intended for Marcus Smith, and the Venom defense is held. 2 4th downs in a row. They had their back against the wall there as New Mexico had the ball inside the 2-yard line, and the Venom defense holds. 9:51 remaining here in the first quarter, and now we're going to get a look at that offense. New quarterback, Nate Davis is gone. Brendan Crawford, a guy that spent time with the Venom last year, was traded actually to New Mexico midway through the season, has found his way back out to Amarillo, and the 6'5" product out of Langston University gets the start tonight. Raymond Johnson Jr. going to be the motion man as the Venom take over 1st and 10 on their own 4-yard line. Flags are going to fly, and it's going to be on Amarillo as it looks like we're going to have a false start. And Eric Waltz is pointing their way, and we've already got pushing and shoving, and we'll try to limit that here tonight, but we're going to see who the call is going to be on as the officials are talking about it. It was a hard snap count that time, and they are going to call it on New Mexico, looks like, and the Venom are going to get a break here. As actually they're going to make it, it's the right call. The Venom did jump. Big left tackle, number 77, Lorenzo Murphy, sort of bobbled a little bit there, and it's going to be still 1st down. Now we're going to call it 12. Venom with the ball on their 1.5-yard line. Play clock's down to 13 here as Johnson Jr. is the motion man. Crawford looks, finds. First completion for the year for the Venom is to Raymond Johnson Jr. He's going to gain about 5. Gives him a little breathing room, and that's important for the young quarterback to be able to get his first completion in a Venom uniform. As now it's 2nd down. We're going to call it 8. Ball's going to be spotted on the 6-yard line. Venom going right to left on your radio dial. 8:55 here in the first quarter. Still scoreless in Rio Rancho between the Venom and the Stars. The Venom now on their first possession of the game. Twin receivers on the left-hand side. Crawford looks, fires. Short pass to Raymond Johnson Jr. He's going to get the 1st down. Out past the 15-yard line. He gives a big left-handed 1st down sign as the Venom now have back-to-back completions and their first down of the season at the 8:30 mark here in the first quarter. Talked about the motion man that time is Craig Fulton Jr. He's the old man of the team. Played with Coach Reese and Coach Snyder on the Dusters. Wanted to have one more go of it. Comes out fan favorite in those days as he's joined on the left-hand side by Raymond Johnson Jr. The motion man is going to be DJ Brashears. Pressure coming. Crawford looks, steps up in the pocket, and the big quarterback's going to evade that pressure and gain 6 yards. And that's a different twist this year. A guy that can sort of get out of the pocket, and pressure came hard that time. And Crawford's able to elude it and gain what we're going to call 5. He's 2nd down 5. Ball now on the 20-yard line. This first quarter is just flying. The clock has hardly stopped at all. So far, a fairly clean ball game. The Venom defense come up with a big stop early. And now their offense trying to move the ball down the field. Brendan Crawford, your quarterback. Fulton Jr. and Raymond Johnson Jr. A lot of junior out there Twin receivers on the right-hand side, DJ Brashears on the left. Pump look, and the ball just misses that time as pressure came. That was big number 44. That's Cameron Gaddis. Roosevelt Falls with the pressure on Crawford. Back-to-back times he's been pressured. Now the Venom are faced with the third down. The pass was intended for Raymond Johnson Jr. Just out past his outstretched hands to go safely into the wall, and the clock's still rolling at the 7-minute mark. 6:58. All tied up at 0. Toby Tucker here in Rio Rancho, New Mexico at the Santa Ana Star Center. As the Amarillo Venom are trying to get 2014 off to a good start. They're going to have their hands full with a pretty vicious-looking group here from New Mexico. Brashears, the motion man. Crawford, pressured, looks. Deep ball coming. Has DJ Brashears wide open for the first touchdown of the year. And the first touchdown for DJ Brashears in his career out of the University of Kansas. Perfect ball that time by Brendan Crawford. And the Venom have struck first here in Rio Rancho tonight. DJ Brashears is a guy we're going to talk about a lot of. He reminds us a lot of Raymond Johnson Jr. He's that H-back type and can flat out fly. And he has the Venom on the board tonight and has his first touchdown. Now, this is going to be what's interesting. We got Fredo here kicking with us, who is out of Paladero High School, played soccer WT. High snap, ball's up, and he drills it. Great catch that time by Brendan Crawford to get it down. And the Venom have a 7-0 lead at the 6:12 mark in the first quarter. 7-0 Venom here in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to Venom Football on the car. Hey, that was a nice little play and a great pass. Hey, we got a little on-field promotion here. You can probably go a minute and a half if you want. You ain't kidding. Hey, we hit more balls just then than we hit all year.
Just couldn't capitalize on that big play that we had. So we'll look to see if we can get it going here in this next series.
And we're going to take a 15 to 20 second break here. Again, 6:12 to go. Venom up 7-0 on the Stars. Welcome back here, Stars football fans. And again, with 6:07 left in the first quarter. Amarillo Venom 7, Jordan, New Mexico Stars 0. But hey, don't worry, folks. It's still early, and we've already proven we can move the ball against this team. So what they're just going to do is settle down, get their offense, and get the ball deep. The underpass is not working, but there were some issues with their defense in the second.
7-0 the Amarillo Venom lead the New Mexico Stars here in Rio Rancho, New Mexico on a rainy Friday night to get the Lone Star Football League kicked off in style. Defense is what I saw last time from the Amarillo Venom, as they had 4 tipped balls on one drive. They broke their back on their own 2-yard line, got the stop, and then the offense did their job. Brendan Crawford striking to DJ Brashears on a 30-yard touchdown pass, and now Fredo Chavez getting ready to kick off here for the Venom. Back deep is number 7, Darrell Robinson, and this time he puts a little pooch kick up in the air, and it's going to be taken by number 88 at his own 4-yard line, bounces outside, then he's tackled. Looks like by Mike Maldonado again. That was number 88, DeMonte Bell, with the return. So now the Venom defense takes back to the field, as they will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line. 5:56 remaining in the first quarter. Venom lead 7-0. Here listening to Venom Football in the car. If you're out and about in Amarillo right now listening to this broadcast, get in your car, drive over to Joe Daddy's. Watch the ball game live there and be able to see this Venom team with the 7-0 lead. So McGlory, the quarterback, once again, number 11, Marcus Smith, the motion man, twin receivers on the right-hand side. Bobbled snap that time, McGlory. Gains control of it, finds a wide-open receiver against the wall on the right-hand side. That was Jerome McGee. Pressure was coming inside that time. Give credit to McGlory. He got the ball. It bobbled up on him at first, and he made a quick strike out there. Just against the wall is where McGee was standing. It's a first down out past midfield. All the way inside the Venom, we're going to call it 13-yard line. It looks like we're going to have a timeout on the field, and we're going to take it with them. 1-minute timeout coming. You're listening to Venom Football. Up 7-0 here in Santa Ana Star Center. I can't even talk. 7-0 Venom. You're listening to Football on the Car.
take that touch, and everybody went with him. It's like that driver in basketball.
Have you called
take
Jeannie?
that drag,
What'd she say?
You dish it off for the first point shot to win a game.
Looks like I was looking at number
I
2.
programmed it.
With the block, and he had a pretty good kick out block.
Who?
Kind of sealed that area.
It's not our fault.
Rod's a great guy. You never want to mess with him. Thirdly, he's a big boy. So he's a great guy. And he's going to do some great things when he gets us great signings that we got him in this week.
That's definitely a good pickup. So we're going to be looking to see what we can do here on this possession right here. Looks like we're going to have first down here. Looks like we have 2 receivers to your left.
Okay.
Looks like McGee is lined up to your left, and looks like number 11, Davis, is to your left. Motion to your right, Manley in motion. Quarterback looking to Manley. Oh, he falls down, and he's going to throw a pick.
Right back to action. Mike Maldonado with the interception for the Venom on the 5-yard line and brings it all the way back across midfield to the 20 of New Mexico, and that's how you make another defensive stop. The Venom in business here inside the 20-yard line. 5:12 remaining here in the first quarter. 7-0 the Venom lead, and now the defense, which had 4 tipped balls on the first drive, come up with their first interception of the year, and that's Mike Maldonado, new to the Venom this year, and he has already paid off with his first interception. And now let's see if Brendan Crawford and the Venom can come back and make the turnover count. Quick strike look for it coming right here. Head coach Julian Reese, his 3rd year as the full-time head coach for the Venom, back-to-back Lone Star Football League championships under his belt, and back for his 3rd. Raymond Johnson Jr. is going to be your motion man. Twin receivers on the right-hand side. Crawford under center. Quick pass out to Johnson. DJ Brashears makes a one-man miss. Quick cut, and a flag comes flying in way from the back, and that's probably going to be holding on the Venom.
Now, you look at that throw to that flag. That came all the way from the opposite side.
Yeah, that was a good 20 yards on that toss there by the flag.
So we'll see what the penalty flag is. That was to Brashears. Now, we talked about DJ a little bit a while ago. Rookie out of the University of Kansas. He was Kansas' leading receiver. And he's a guy that can play, and that is the call holding on the Venom. It'll back him up 10 yards. You can expect some mistakes tonight, as the Venom have a fairly new team. And we're going to have a 10-yard penalty here. We'll back them up, like I said earlier, just give them a little more room to work, as Coach Julian Reese already has the call in the huddle. That penalty is going to bring us all the way back to our own 20-yard line. The Venom going right to left on your radio dial. 4:39, clock running. Here in the first quarter, the Venom leads 7-0. Players break the huddle. Eric Waltz, the center of the Venom, 3rd-year returning starter at center for the Venom, as Johnson Jr. is the motion man. Quick pitch out to Shaka Harris. Shaka has room to run, and he's a big load, and he's going to gain. We're going to call it 10. Inside Star territory down to the 20.5-yard line. Gets us back to almost the original line of scrimmage, where it'll be 2nd down. Call it 11 by the spot. 4:06 remaining in the first quarter. Shaka Harris was a guy that hadn't been active for a couple weeks coming up to the Lone Star Football League championship game. 1 hour before the game is when you have to make your initial or your final roster for that game. The Venom decided to go with 1 quarterback only. Shaka got to play and had a huge impact in the championship win against Laredo last year. And he just had a nice run there. Crawford dropping, looking wide open is Raymond Johnson Jr., and it went right over his hands. He was wide open, and those are the things that you're going to get better at as the year goes on. These guys have had about 8 practices together. We're playing one of the early weeks here in the season, so 8 practices in. The timing's just off. Now, Johnson Jr. was wide open that time, and that's a throw that Crawford, I know, is going to want back. Time was good. He had plenty of time to throw. He just flat out missed him. So now the clock is at the 3:10 mark. This first quarter has absolutely flown here in Rio Rancho. Trip receivers on the right-hand side. Craig Fulton Jr., the motion man. Crawford is going to take the ball, and it's going to be offsides on the Venom. They're going to have a false start as Fulton Jr. went across the line before the snap happened, and once again, some of the mental mistakes that we're seeing, and Coach Reese is yelling at Craig right now, old teammates, and now coach and player, as the penalty is going to be on the Venom. So 2 penalties on this drive for the Venom. It's going to back them up back inside their own territory. 3rd down still, ball on the 24-yard line of Amarillo. They've got to get all the way inside the 10-yard line of New Mexico for a first down. Under the 3-minute mark, 7-0 the Venom lead. Crawford into the huddle with the play. And so far, the Venom has done a nice job of managing the clock. You know, you always worry about getting pressed, new players, getting the play in. Plenty of time with that is Fulton Jr. Once again, the motion man wide open is Fulton Jr. And it was off his outstretched hands. He took a big shot that time from number 7. And that is Darrell Robinson came up with the big hit. Now, one thing I've noticed real quick about Crawford, Brendan Crawford, the guy's got a big gun. I mean, that ball came out hot that time, and it was moving in there as Fulton had a shot that time. And now, after the turnover, the Venom are faced with 4th down. Once again, they got to get all the way inside the 10-yard line of New Mexico. So the Venom are faced with their first 4th down of the 2014 season. Here's the crowd in Rio Rancho. Tries to get into it. Crawford comes to the line. 5 seconds on the play clock. Johnson Jr., the motion man. Snap, he has it. Back, looking, firing, throwing. Wide open is Johnson Jr. for the touchdown. Brendan Crawford with his 2nd touchdown of the game. This time on 4th down to the flash. Raymond Johnson Jr. And the guy's short, but he can flat out fly, and that's why we call him the Flash. Don't blink or you're going to miss him. And he's got the Venom with a 13-0 lead here at the 1:35 mark. And how about Brendan Crawford that time on 4th down, making the strike, coming in, and really his first game as a starter, really has a team of his own now. First game as a starter, and he's thrown back-to-back touchdown passes. Fredo Chavez with the kick, and he drills it. 14-0, the Venom lead, 1:21 remaining in the first quarter. You're listening to Venom Football on the car.
Venom 14 and New Mexico Stars 0. There's plenty of time. 14 points is not a lot in arena football. In the Lone Star Football League, I've been in opportunity where the Stars have been down 21, 28 points, and out of nowhere, you come roaring back.
Hey, you can do a 2-minute one here.
This type of football that you can strike within 10 seconds.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Coach down there fired up. He's getting into that defense. He's getting into those defensive backs there because I don't know what's going on, but they definitely heard what he was saying there. So.
And we're going to take a quick break here. Catch up that, take a couple sips of water here, and then we'll come right back. With 1:21 left in the first quarter, Amarillo Venom 14, your New Mexico Stars 0. Back to New Mexico Stars fans with 1:21 to go. Amarillo Venom 15, and your New Mexico Stars 0.
Got to go after this one, Kenny. Sorry. No, nah.
23 for the Amarillo Venom, and that is Jose Chavez.
All right, I may miss a play. It's okay. Don't sweat it. I told you. That was a fast on field.
One of the men for the Stars, and back number 7, McGee.
Looks like it's going to sail out of bounds, so it's going to be a touchback.
Hey, that's huge.
Right back to action. Fredo Chavez with the kickoff for the Venom as they have a 14-0 lead, and it takes a nice hop and bounces out of the end zone. So it looks like New Mexico is going to take over 1st and 10 on their own 5-yard line. So our defense really has been the story of the game so far. Coming up at the 4th down stop inside our own 2-yard line, and then an interception on the second possession of the game for New Mexico. And now they have New Mexico backed up all the way inside their own 5-yard line. And a stop here would be huge. It would really get the Venom off to a good lead the way the offense has been playing so far. Trip receivers on the right-hand side. Bell's going to be the motion man. McGlory, your quarterback out of Prairie View A&M University. He has the snap. Deep drop. Has all day to throw, and once again finds a wide-open receiver alongside that wall. Sort of a, I guess you would say, that check down route, and it's to number 11, Marcus Smith. So a first down, and that could be, we may have one more play here in the first quarter. 42 seconds remaining. Venom lead 14-0. And if you watch the indoor game, 14-0 lead is not safe. Last year we were on the road here. We blew a 17-point lead in the last 3 minutes of the game, and Dante Bryant had to block a field goal to preserve the win. McGlory dropping, looking. Deep ball coming across the middle, and it's broke up by Tay Evans, his second incompletion of the ball game. And that time it was intended for Marcus Smith and Tay Evans. Nice job on defense. His second pass breakup of the ball game. And that's going to be the final play of the first quarter. 10 seconds remaining on the clock. Doesn't look like McGlory's going to get him up in there in time. So we've played one quarter of football in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. 14-0, the Amarillo Venom lead here on the road tonight at the Santa Ana Star Center. We'll take a 2-minute break. You're listening to Venom Football on the Car.
Back here at the end of the first quarter, it's Amarillo Venom 14, your New Mexico Stars 0. In 15-minute quarters, and we got the beautiful ladies of the Galaxy Dancers taking the field right now, giving the fans here at the Santa Ana Star Center here in Rio Rancho, New Mexico, some great entertainment and showing off their dancing skills. So I think it's about time
Kenny, I'm going to step away for a second.
There was opportunities there for the Stars to take. It shouldn't be 14-0. There's a couple opportunities were squandered by great defensive plays, nothing against the Venom, but there were opportunities that we should have created.
Hey, definitely. I think we got to definitely take advantage of what the Venom is giving us. I mean, we had the ball in that first series at the 1-yard line and couldn't get any points out of it. So definitely got to convert. This is a good Venom team, so it's going to take a good effort from the Stars to pull this one off. But plenty of time left, just like you said.
I mean, the defense that is starting, and obviously being successful without on the field, as well as the fans that really for advocates when I'm watching this game. Used to be out here. Come out and join with it. It's not just a game, it's an event. You come out here, you watch the game, but you always come out here and enjoy time with friends, and you get yourself a cold beverage, and you have a great time. It's a great way to start the weekend. So we will go over some of the scheduling later on in this broadcast, and we'll figure it out.
Definitely, we're going to be looking at capitalizing on see if the Stars can put something, a solid drive together here and see if we can get something going, get this home crowd behind us a little bit.
It's a little bit with Andrew.
We've played one quarter of football here in Rio Rancho, New Mexico, and it's a 14-0 Amarillo Venom lead. Is the New Mexico Stars, we're going to have the ball first and 10, or we're going to call it second and 10, excuse me, after the Tay Evans breakup. Ball's going to be just inside midfield at the 24-yard line. They're going right to left now on your radio dial. The motion man is McGee. McGlory finally under pressure. Now escapes the first man and finds a wide, I wouldn't call him wide open receiver on the wall. He's on the left side. Give credit to McGlory that time. Stepped up in between two defenders. And then found that they're running two guys deep and they're sort of leaking one receiver on the wall. There's somebody on the wall every play. And now this could be trouble for New Mexico as McGlory has sort of wobbled down and he's taking a knee and he's hurt. Got an injury timeout on the field. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout because we'll call it an Aqua 1 timeout because I am one thirsty guy. 30-second timeout. You're listening to Venom Football on the Car.
Into that play here, so it looks like the training staff is checking him out.
And you had the Landry Brody looking for the flag there. You saw him with that doing that motion where he's like, "Where's the flag? Where's the flag?" So there might have been a late hit here. All of our eyes were peeled to Marcus because obviously that's where the ball was going, but. It seems like there should be
he got back up.
there. If Landry asked for it, usually Landry knows what he's talking about. He's a veteran here in this league, and he's the heart and soul of this team. It looks like he's going to be okay, taking some water. I don't know what the ruling is. I think they might.
Now we've had a timeout on the field. McGlory was the injured player for New Mexico, and we're going to keep it right here. And he went to the ground. He had an injury timeout, just like NFL, high school, any of those things. Once a player's injured, they got to sit out that play. So New Mexico calls timeout to be able to keep their quarterback out there, and that was one of the things they really anticipated. Having another quarterback, sort of a local favorite from the University of New Mexico. And now they've already gone right back in. They're not going to take really, they just called timeout and they put him right back in there. So McGlory's really about the guy they got. As he brings his team to the line now, there's first and goal. Team's been down here a couple times so far tonight. The Venom defense has risen up. Trip receivers on the right-hand side. Once again, McGee's going to be the motion man. Doing there. Big number 78, Kevin Myers, going to make the first contact, and also Ricardo Thompson. Ricardo already had his hands on the ball once, comes up with a tackle there, as the handoff that time went into Brody Landry. Big fullback type. and he is going to lose a yard. It's going to be second down and goal ball on the 6-yard line. Just underway here in the second quarter. Venom lead 14-0 in the Ryan O'Neal second quarter here for the Venom. Bells, the lone receiver on the left-hand side. The motion man going to be Smith, joined by McGee on the right. McGlory looking to the left. Ball fired in and comes right out of his hands. Maldonado with a great defensive pressure that time. Mike Carter from West Texas A&M came flying from the linebacker position out, trying to make that pass, and even if it had been caught, Mike Maldonado, a guy that's sort of silent in practice. I mean, we've been around 2 weeks now, and he hasn't said a word, and he's already come up with an interception tonight and a great pass breakup just then, as now it's 3rd and goal. Can the Venom hold New Mexico once again inside the red zone? Trip receivers on the right-hand side. McGlory, 5-step drop, looking, now under pressure. He's under attack, and he is tackled. Big number 55, Sean Warren, with the quarterback sack, and it's going to be 4th down now for the New Mexico Stars. 13:06 remaining. Venom lead 14-0. 4th down. No decision-making here. They're going to not kick it, and now they're going to call timeout. Now they're going to have another thought about it and see if they're going to attempt a field goal. We'll take a 30-second timeout. 4th down coming. Aqua One timeout. You're listening to Venom Football in the car. Thanks, Kenny. Right back here to the Santa Ana Stars Center in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. 14-0, the Venom lead over the New Mexico Stars. Timeout on the field, and it's another 4th down here. The Venom have already held on once on 4th down, once inside their own 2. Now, after the quarterback sack, which actually gives New Mexico a little more room, it's 4th and goal, ball on their 10-yard line. Ball on the Venom 10-yard line, right to left on the radio dial, and here we go. Huge stop coming from the defense. This is one of those moral things that can just break your will if you're an offensive football team to get stopped once you're back inside this much. Pressure needs to come. Motion man in motion, trip receivers, and pressure is on. McGlory thrown out, and he makes a great pass and catch. Give credit where credit's due. The Venom just missed that time, and Marcus Smith's going to have his first touchdown of the year. Check that, Jerome McGee. Once again, finding that receiver on the wall. The pressure came that time, and now it's going to be interesting to see what the Venom do, as they've given up their first points of the year, 14-6 at the 12:48 mark. And a nice throw by McGlory, and the defense wasn't bad. Not a blown coverage, just an outstanding catch. The ball was high, and it just went right over the outstretched hands of the Venom defenders and into the hands of Jerome McGee. Here comes the extra point. It's Greg Rivera. This guy was booting in pregame, but a horrible snap goes back, and the kick's going to be wide to the right. The snap looked like a punt. You know how a punt goes end over end? Well, that's sort of what the snap looked like, sort of like Linus and Snoopy and all those guys off Peanuts. That's what it looked like. I can't make it up. 12:33, Venom lead 14-6. You listen to Venom Football on the car. Okay, I will. You got it? Hey, we can go a minute or so here, Kenny. Back to action here. You're good. Sorry. Okay. I have to say a big thank you to Stephanie Tucker as we're back to the Santa Ana Star Center, because she just brought me some water, and I was dying on the Aqua One water break. I couldn't get I'm like licking my lips, and I got chapstick smearing all over, and I'm sort of anxious because Raymond Johnson Jr. is back deep to receive here for the Venom from the Rivera kick, and This guy is exciting. Will they kick it to him? And they are going to challenge him. He will tell you, don't kick me the ball. He takes it all the way from the wall in his end zone. He makes one man miss out past the 10. And a nice run all the way out to the 17-yard line. He was a half a breath away. I'm talking about a feather breath away from going to the house right then as New Mexico sort of made a statement. Hey, we're going to kick it at you. Raymond doesn't miss many opportunities right there, so he's going to get a breather. And enter the game, Brendan Crawford. He's played well for the Venom tonight. And Christian Califish is, we call him Fish. Texas A&M University, San Antonio Madison kid. Big, tall receiver, quarterback type entering the ball game, giving Raymond Johnson Jr. a break, and be exciting to see what he can do. The Venom receivers this year, Doug Williams is gone. So a lot of them are pretty small, those small H-back shifty guys. Califish goes 6'5". Quick pass outside to DJ Brashears, has his second reception of the ball game. Has one touchdown already, and he's going to be out close to a first down. Ball's going to be spotted on the 24-yard line. We're going to call it 2nd down and 2. 11:40 remaining. Here in the first half, 14-6 the Venom lead. Brendan Crawford, first start for the Venom tonight. 2 touchdowns already in the ball game, trying to move the Venom down on their 3rd possession of the ball game. They've been perfect so far. Califish, wide receiver on the right-hand side. He's the motion man. He crosses the line. Quick pass out to Fulton Jr. Has a first down and more. Inside the 20, 10, 5. Shake and bake. You don't fake. Craig Fulton to the house. Brendan Crawford, 3 touchdown passes already in the first half. And the Venom lead 20-6, just like that. I talked about him being short, sort of like a short stack at IHOP. Craig Fulton Jr. just put syrup all over it, and it ran everywhere. Touchdown, Craig Fulton. First one being back, and that's 3 different receivers for the Venom that have touchdowns on the night. Brashears, Raymond Johnson Jr., and now Craig Fulton Jr. as Fredo Chavez gets set for the extra point. Big extra point coming here since the miss by New Mexico. The kick's up. He threads the needle like my grandma did. 21-6, the Venom lead at 11:02 remaining here in the first half. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Venom Football on the Car. Yeah, we'll do one more. Fredo Chavez set to tee it up for the Venom, going left to right on your radio dial. He puts his big right toe in it. It bounces, and it's going to be taken by Bell at about his 18-yard line, and then he's tackled quickly. We'll say 8-yard line. And he's going to take it out to the 18-yard line. Hey, we're all getting back into shape here, and that's something that's going to be important for both teams as they move forward through the game is conditioning. Once again, we talked about 8 practices before playing your first game. You're in a pretty hostile environment at Rio Rancho, New Mexico. This crowd's pretty loud, and it's a great place to watch a ball game. The fans are right on top of you. And I want to give a shout-out to all our fans from Amarillo that made the trip. We have a great contingent of people who came down to see this game tonight. There's probably 60 Venom fans sitting right at the 25-yard line. 10:35 remaining in the first half of play. The motion man is Dexter Manley. McGlory. Pass out to the right-hand side. It's that bubble screen. And he's going to have a wide-open receiver. Going to be close to a first down. Going to be tackled out there by Mike Maldonado and looks like Tay Evans. And they're going to wave the chains on down. It's a first down for New Mexico. Now inside Venom territory. And this is the spot where you really want that defensive line to get that surge and really come up with a big sack. And that time you could see that on that last possession, McGlory sort of ran for his life a couple times. And it was a quick step drop, one-step drop, quick pass out, bubble screen. And he got a first down. 12 receivers on the left-hand side. The motion man is coming now, moves from left to right. McGlory dropping, 3-step drop. He's pressured by Andre Hendricks. Pass across his body and going to be tipped up by Tay Evans. That time McGlory rolled all the way to the right-hand side, and back on the left corner was Devontae Bell. And give credit to Andre Hendricks out of Hardin-Simmons University. He came through and almost came up with the sack that time. Check that. Sean Warren with the pressure. Sean Warren, big nose guard type. He made pressure that time, flushed McGlory out of the pocket, made him throw back across his body, and Evans almost had his hands on another one. So 2nd down and 10, ball now inside the Venom territory, 23-yard line. McGlory drops back, throws back across his body, and it's going to be complete, but only for a gain of about 6. We'll give up those 6-yard routes all night long. And that reception is going to be made by number 8. That's Roland Bruno. So Roland Bruno getting his name in the paper there with this reception, his 2nd of the night. And now it's 3rd down for the Venom. Can they make another stop of the Stars? Last time down, the New Mexico Stars came up with a big touchdown on 4th down. Now they're faced with 3rd, and we're going to call it 3. Ball on the 15-yard line, right to left on the radio dial. McGlory dropping, looking, finds that man once again on the wall. Tay Evans going to be there quickly for the stop, but forward progress should give him a 1st down depending on the spot, and it will. 1st down for the Stars. Under 8.5 minutes, Venom lead, 21-6 here tonight. LSFL Lone Star Football League opener, 3rd year for the Lone Star Football League, and another great season on tap. Some big things coming up for the Venom. We'll talk about those at halftime. Next Sunday night, it's going to be exciting if you're around. We're going to play an international team from Mexico. Going to be exciting, international championship. Bruno in motion, McGlory dropping, looking, trying to find Bruno, and he does. Touchdown Stars. Maldonado with the coverage that time, and he's still down as he goes into the wall. So check that, Devin Dace with the coverage. And another nice pass from McGlory that time, and Bruno made a great catch. And the Stars strike back. The Venom defense giving up back-to-back touchdowns. And once again, we talked earlier, a 14-point lead is not safe at all. And this is a huge play coming up because of the over and over, we'll call it end-over-end snap that led to a missed field goal on the first drive. Now the Stars are faced with going for 2. So big play coming here. The Venom with a 21-12 lead. Can they get a stop here on the 2-point conversion? McGlory looking. It's going to be quarterback sneak all the way, and not a chance. And he's going to be tackled short of the goal line and then falls across, and he's going to hit the 2. So 21-14, 7:31 remaining here in the first half of play. A lot of good football left. Listen to Venom football in the car. Go 30 more seconds if you want. They've got the wave going here in Rio Rancho, New Mexico tonight, and there's some folks we'd like to wave at back home in Amarillo, Texas. Lance Liner to the Amarillo Globe News, listening live. And all our sportscasters, Kel Steed, Michael Spencer, Jacob Albrock, Lee Baker, all those guys, they treat us so dadgum good, and we appreciate their partnerships. Jacob with the paper. You just Phil Woodall, all these guys, they really are hands-on and have made it a just family affair. We love those guys, and we sure appreciate what they do. So a big wave to them back home in Amarillo. 21-14 as the crowd went from really loud to really quiet. 7:31 remaining in the first half, and the Venom have given up back-to-back touchdowns as the ball's kicked, and they're going to challenge Raymond Johnson Jr. again. It rolls. He takes it 5 yards deep into his end zone. Gets a block from Christian Kapflish, and he's loose. He's past midfield, all the way down to the 20-yard line, and he almost, again, took it to the house, and a late penalty flag is going to come in way behind the play. And I think they're going to call a penalty on Craig Fulton Jr. And let's wait and see what the call is, and that is holding on the Venom. And that call was way behind. I mean, Raymond was probably 20 yards away from that. So something very strange to see is a holding call 15, 20 yards behind the play. But nonetheless, that's going to be the call again for the Venom. It's going to negate a huge run back by Johnson Jr. He took it 5 yards deep and almost took it to the house again. So now the Venom offense been pretty much perfect so far tonight. Brendan Crawford, 3 touchdown passes to 3 different receivers already tonight, as he is back in the huddle with the call from head coach Julian Reese. 21-14, the Venom lead, 7:21 remaining in the half. Try to keep that space between us and the Stars is critical. No mistakes, as now we're having a hard time lining up. Still plenty of time on the play clock. DJ Brashear is going to be your motion man. Trip receivers on the right-hand side. Brashears. And it's going to be a quick handoff to Shaka Harris. Shaka's going to be taken down after a gain of, we'll call it 1. All the receivers were on the right-hand side that time, and Shaka went left, trying to get the defense to overload to the left, but nothing doing. Call it a gain of 3, second down. And we'll say 7, 6:47 remaining in the first half, 21-14, the Venom lead. If you're out there in Amarillo, Texas tonight, and you're in your car or at your house, sneak over to Joe Daddy's. You can get a live feed of the game. We got a live band going, a lot of fans there, a lot of noise. It's awesome. Go enjoy the atmosphere and help cheer on the Venom to hopefully another victory. Trip receivers again on the right-hand side. Fulton Jr. Snap bobbled that time by Crawford, and we just got through saying you got to keep the space between yourself and the Stars, and it's going to end up falling on it for a gain of about 1, so it's going to bring up third down, and we're going to say 6, but you pin yourself a little bit in a corner. Ball's on our own 15-yard line, and you cannot have mistakes on a road team, on a road game where the team is sort of fighting and scrapping here in New Mexico. They bounced back after the last 2 possessions. And we're under the 6-minute mark. Johnson Jr., the motion man. Crawford finds Craig Fulton Jr. wide open on the right-hand side. He almost squeaks through, but he's past midfield, and that's a first down for the old-timer, Craig Fulton Jr. The guy has been around for a while. He played with Coach Reese. He was a receiver for Coach Reese during his Dusters days. For all you Venom football knowledge fans out there that remember the Dusters, of course, head coach Don Carthel and those guys, they put together some fantastic teams, made some great runs. And Fulton Jr. was part of that. And you can see why, man. The guy still got it. So it's first down, out past midfield. Venom going left to right on the radio dial. 21-14, the Venom lead. 5 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the first half. Quick pass out to Fulton Jr. again. Makes one man miss. Still on his feet. He's still rolling, and he's getting a little help by big number 77. And that's Lorenzo Murphy sort of rolling him around there. Fulton Jr. fell down, and he hadn't been touched yet. And Murphy's just spinning him on down the field, and he's going to get close to a first down. Actually, you're going to say his momentum stopped about 4 yards short. So second down and 4, following the 17-yard line. And like as kids, you remember we used to yell wheelbarrow race. That's sort of what that was. His big Murphy is about to grab onto his legs and let him go. Second down, ball inside Star territory. Motion man is Kaflish. Quick handoff inside to Shaka Harris, trying to keep the defensive line honest there, and so far no doing. Big number 44, Roosevelt Falls. We've called his name a couple times tonight as he comes up with another tackle from the defensive line. As the clock is about to go under the 4-minute mark, 21-14, the Venom lead. The Venom will get the ball after half. I always think it's so critical, these final possessions of the first half. If you can somehow score, keep your opponent from scoring, and then get that separation to start the second half. Brashears, quick handoff inside, tripped up, falls down, flags fly. As that was just a hot handoff to Brashears, and we'll see what the call is here from the officials. So far, the Venom have received 0 penalties, and they're going to get one here. Check that Stars 0 penalties. It looks like it's going to be offsides on the Stars. And now check that. Yes, illegal defense on the Stars. So that's going to give us an automatic first down inside the 15-yard line. Clock will be a factor here. Once again, I was talking about it before that previous play. So if the Venom can somehow score here and then hold New Mexico before halftime, get the ball back and score, it's a huge swing. It'll be a 14-point swing. And something that would be big to sort of give that space. We talked about space. You have to have separation because so far the Venom have yet to have a turnover. New Mexico has one. You got to think with a young team on the road, 8 days of practice, it's hard to expect coming in and not to have a mistake or a turnover. Let's hope that doesn't happen now. First down, ball on the, we'll call it 11-yard line. Crawford looking, finding, throwing across the middle to Craig Fulton Jr., his second touchdown of the night, into double coverage, and old granddad has made another big play as the Venom have a 27-14 lead. Brendan Crawford, his fourth touchdown pass of the night. Into double coverage that time, I'm not sure. On film tomorrow, they're going to love watching that. But you got to love guys that'll go up and get the ball. And Craig Fulton Jr., again, with the second touchdown of the night. And he's going to get it. We got an injury timeout. We're going to take it with them here before the extra point. 27-14, Venom lead. Injury timeout. You're listening to Venom Football in the car. Kenny? We'll probably take another one here, Kenny. Yeah, another one. We can. I don't know if they're going to. I don't know if they're calling. I don't think they're going to call for ambulance, but they took his helmet off. All right, good. They got him up. And when I got to get to one of these, this is Toby Tucker from the 806. I'm in, man. Sort of a scary moment here at the Santa Ana Star Center as we're almost back to action after the catch by Fulton Jr. Roland Bruno sort of shaken up, and he's going to make his way off the field. He's going to be fine as we're waiting for Fredo Chavez for the extra point. The Venom lead 27-14. Extra point on the way. Eric Watts, the center. Snap. Cathlish, the hold. Kicks up, and it's good. 28-14, the Venom lead. We're going to take another timeout. You're listening to Venom Football on the car. Yeah, short one. (28-14) the Venom lead as Fredo Chavez has the ball teed up. And back deep to receive is Jerome McGee. 28-14 the Venom on the road here tonight in New Mexico as Chavez drills one like my pitching wedge, and big number 88, Vontae Bell, catches it on a line and then blown up. Mike Carter out of West Texas A&M University. Now, Carter has some experience with the Venom. Our first season with the team, Stephanie and I, our first season, Carter played and made us a hand. He's back this year and had a nice tackle there. So New Mexico's going to take over 1st and 10. Ball on their own 22-yard line. 3:07 remaining in the first half. Clock is ticking. And a lot of time here remaining in the first half. But I talked about it earlier. stops before halftime are key, especially when you're getting the ball back. Possessions right now. Limit those possessions. Try to create a gap. 28-14 is the gap right now with the Venom lead. Motion man is McGee. Quick bubble screen out to Dexter Manley. Has a block, and then he's going to make two guys miss. He's going to be tackled by Tay Evans. And looks like flying in there late is Ricardo Thompson. And Ricardo laying a big stick on him, but not before Manley gets a first down. And that was straight bubble screen all the way. The little one-step, halfback out of the backfield, quick pitch. Little quick pass out there. He got some nice help from his receivers, and just like that, a first down and inside Venom territory. Ball's going to be spotted at the Venom 18-yard line. 2:13 remaining in the half. So McGee once again the motion man on the left-hand side. All day this time. Fires back across his body and just over the outstretched hands of Manley. That time McGlory rolled all the way to the right-hand side. It looks sort of like the old Tennessee Titans when they threw it back across the field to run the kickoff all the way back. That's what he did. He ran all the way over to the right-hand side. Manley set up on the left-hand side. They had blockers out in front, and he just missed him as it's second down. Clock will become a factor. 1:40 remaining in the ballgame. 28-14, the Venom lead. Manley, lone receiver on the right-hand side. Marcus Smith, now the motion man on the left. McGlory drops back, dropping, 5-step drop, throws deep over the back of the end zone and a touchdown pass to Marcus Smith. Devin Dace with the coverage that time, and they've had some luck on those back shoulder throws. Roll right, throw left over that back shoulder. Now it's a 28-20 Venom lead, 1:23. And so I talked about getting the separation. I was really planning on the stop for the Venom and then scoring after halftime. Now the Venom are going to have to score here with 1:20 left. And the clock runs in the Lone Star Football League as Dale Robinson, who was the injured player, I think I said Bruno earlier, has made his way back to the bench. So here comes the kick. Extra points down, snaps good, and the kick is good. 28-21, back and forth we go. You don't go anywhere. Taking off one timeout. You listen to Venom Football on the car. Got a score here. Nope. Right back to action here. Santa Ana Star Center, 28-21. 3 left here in the first half of play. Now, Raymond Johnson Jr. has come close a couple times to running one back as he's back there talking to the crowd in the end zone. I think he took a selfie with them back there, some fans there. They're all smiling as the kick. They're going to challenge him one more time. It's going to bounce up. It's going to go into his hands. He takes it 6 yards deep in his end zone. Here we go. Gets some block. Makes one man miss. Out past the 15. Still on his feet. Out past the 20-yard line. And the Venom are going to have great field position here as we try to score before halftime. Get that touch before halftime. And it looks like a flag is down on the play. And you know what the flag? It was Raymond Johnson's shoes. As we're going to have a media timeout here. It looks like we got a little pizza delivery game. You know what? We're going to keep it live because I think they're going to come back pretty quick. But the Venom on offense so far tonight, I know head coach Julian Reese has to be pleased. Young quarterback coming in, inexperience across the board. New offensive line, predominantly with the exception of the center, Eric Waltz. And they've been perfect on all 4 possessions, 4 touchdowns. Craig Fulton Jr. has 2. Raymond Johnson Jr. has 1. And DJ Brashears has 1. So it's good to see rookies getting in there, but, you know, it's sort of both ends of the spectrum. I need to do some math, but I think when Craig Fulton Jr. played for the Venom, DJ Brashears was in grade school. He's junior high. So you got definitely some veterans. We got pizza boxes falling all over the place here at the Santa Ana Star Center. Good stuff. But so you got some of these guys with some experience, and then you got some guys that this is the first time they've actually seen the wall. We talk about the wall in the indoor football game, you know. So the Venom, we are very fortunate. We're able to practice at Kids Inc. And right now, with the Amarillo Bulls and the success they're having, they have the ice down as they finish up their season at the Cal Farley Coliseum. And so we practice at Kids Inc. So this is the first time we have some players that have ever seen the padded wall. And everything changes when you can run into that wall full steam. And so far, so good tonight for the Venom. So first down and 10 for the Venom. Under a minute to play here. 53 seconds remaining in the Ryan O'Neal first half. Venom lead 28-21. A touchdown here and then getting that ball back after halftime would be huge. 4 for 4 so far on the night for the Venom. Brendan Crawford, perfect so far tonight. DJ Brashears, the motion man, comes up quick pitch out to Shaka Harris. Harris with room to run. Out past the midfield mark down to the 22-yard line where he hits the wall and the clock stops there. And I'm telling you what, Shaka Harris is a load to bring down once he gets rolling. The Venom tonight wearing the brand new uniforms. A little bit of different look. The gold that's been incorporated has sort of made its way out with the exception of the helmet stripes and the sticker for the snake. The white uniforms have black stripes running down the side, black trim on the shoulders and the neck, and then sort of a Venom look with the numbers. Pretty cool stuff. Can't wait for you to see them here in a couple weeks when we come home. So here we go, 47 seconds. Second down, we'll call it 6. Crawford dropping, now pressure, now looking, now running. Makes a one-man miss inside the 15-yard line, gets out of bounds. Nice job. Heads-up play by Brendan Crawford. He's going to get a first down, shows a little bit of his elusiveness, and then wisely takes the ball, reaches over the wall, and gets inside Star territory. We're going to call it the 12-yard line. He'd have to get inside the 3. So we're going to say, it's a 2.5-yard line, 12.5. Inside the 2.5-yard line for a first down with 40 seconds remaining here in the first half. No motion man this time. Quick pitch at Shaka Harris. Ball bounces off of him, and the Venom breathe easy here. 30 seconds. Clock continues to run. Timeout called by the Venom. So it was a quick pitch outside to Shaka Harris. The ball bounced off his shoulder pads. And then, this isn't the field turf like you see in many of the high schools or, WT at Kimbrough Stadium, Happy Memorial Field. You don't see that field turf grass. This is the old school AstroTurf. And so when it bounces, there's no telling where the ball's going. So the Venom really dodged a bullet there. They call a quick timeout and really get away with one. So now it's second down, ball backed up to the 15-yard line. Gives us more room to work. Offensive line makes its way to the field. Fulton Jr. is going to be motion man. Trip receivers on the right-hand side. Crawford dropping, looking, still looking, has time, throws across his body. Catch made by Brashears inside the 10-yard line. Call it the 7, where he is knocked out of bounds. So it's third down for the Venom. You got to think that this is 2-down territory. Of course, Chavez has looked good tonight kicking, but I know Julian Reese, he wants to go for the juggler here. Touchdown would be huge. Still an opportunity to get a first down if the ball gets inside. We're going to say the 3. Raymond Johnson Jr. is going to be the motion man. He's joined on the left-hand side by Fulton Jr. Crawford, under center, has the snap, dropping, looking, throws back across the middle, and he missed. Fulton Jr. that time sort of had a big hand in his face. That was big number 75. And he's not listed on the New Mexico roster. I'm going to say that's Rodlick Davis. Got a paw on it that time. And now it's fourth down. 20 seconds remaining in the half. These are huge plays for the Venom. Here we go, Venom fans. 28-21. Fourth down. It's the second fourth down of the night for the Venom. Earlier tonight they were perfect. Can they be perfect here? To wrap up the Ryan O'Neal first half, and Fulton Jr. looks, the play clock was down to 2, and he calls timeout. We're going to keep it right here with him. 28-21, and that was some veteran leadership by Craig Fulton Jr. Took a while getting the play call out. And Fulton Jr. looks over, and there's 3 seconds. He comes screaming up to the official, hands in the T formation to signal timeout. And the Venom will be facing fourth down. First half's been pretty exciting offensively and early defensively. 2 big stops to start the game, which sort of gave the Venom some breathing room. The first one was way down inside their own territory, fourth down, and they get the stop. And then Mike Maldonado comes up with an interception. As those guys are starting to work with it, secondary is like the ballroom dancing, especially in the arena game. You got guys that you're dependent on. You've got to make one move, and if somebody doesn't make the other move, you're going to end up looking silly. It's not going to be as serious as like your leg falling off on Dancing in the Stars. but you'll still look pretty bad. And that's happened a couple times tonight. And that's just young team and mistakes happening. And the Venom so far with a 28-21 lead. Huge play of the game so far tonight. This is the Gene Messer Ford big play of the first half. 4th down coming. Venom left to right on your radio dial. Trip receivers on the left-hand side. Fulton, the motion man. Crawford with the hard cap, escapes. He's running. He's still running. He gets the first down, and then he fumbles the ball in the end zone. Crawford had the first down, and then they reached across, and the ball came out. So there's the first turnover of the night, and it's a stop for the Stars. The officials are talking about it, and we're going to see what the call is. And if they're going to say first down, they're going to say first down, Stars, it's the right call. Ball came out. Coach Reese down there pleading his case, which he has to. But Crawford had the first down and more and reaches across the line, and the ball gets tipped out. So New Mexico comes up with the big play. And they're going to say the ball goes out of the end zone, which is a touchback. And so now the defense, with 12 seconds remaining, cannot allow a big play. The Venom are still going to get the ball to start the second half. This is where you'd like to see a fumble or something silly by New Mexico. I'm thinking if I'm New Mexico, I'm just trying to kill the clock here and get out with just a 7-point deficit. So a young Venom team with their first mistake of the night, it just came at the most unopportune time. Stars, ball on their own 5-yard line. That's where it happens when the ball's into the end zone and there's people going everywhere for the Stars. We got like 6 guys in motion. As now they get it straight. Trip receivers on the left-hand side. McGlory dropping, has time, looking, finding, and he is going to be smoked up in the back of the end zone by Andre Hendricks out of Hardin-Simmons University. My kids, they love pig in a blanket. McGlory looked like the blanket just then because he got wrapped up and smoked up by Andre Hendricks. Played for Laredo last year. Nice pickup in the offseason for the Venom. So one more play, possibly 2, for the Stars. 7.4 seconds. Tick, 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 tick. That's all they get. 7 of them. As the ball's on their own 5-yard line. McGlory under center. Here's the snap. He's got it. Dropping. 1-step drop. Quick pitch. And they tried to do the hitch and pitch. The Venom was sort of snuck out there, and the clock stopped way early. They got a little home cooking there on the clock stoppage. The tackle made, and the clock should have stopped, or the clock should have expired. But they're going to get one more play here, as there's no absolute way that should have happened. This is the time you wish there was a review. There's no way for it, but the clock is stopped with 0.7 seconds remaining in the half. Nice play that time. They tried to set up the little hitch and pitch. And that was number 8, Roland Bruno. He's been effective tonight, made one man miss. Tackled by Tay Evans, way inside Venom territory, all the way down inside, they're going to say, the 14-yard line. Ball spotted just inside the yellow line of the 15. One play remaining. Gracious clock operator in Rio Rancho tonight can be thanked for that one play remaining. Let's see if they can make it pay off here. Not going to line up and try to kick a field goal. They're going to go for 7. So here we go. McGee, the motion man. McGlory dropping, looking, has all day. Throws back across his body. It's out of bounds. The Venom escaped the first half with a 28-21 point lead. We've got a lot to talk about at halftime. We're going to have Venom owner Stephanie Tucker join us. Talk about the international game coming up next week. 28-21, the Venom lead on the road. And the opener of the Lone Star Football League season. We're going to take a couple minutes. And then we'll be back with the Queen Cobra herself, Stephanie Tucker. You listen to Venom Football in the car. Can you give me like 3? Can I have 3? 4 is perfect. That's great. Did you say 4 minutes or 4 commercials? Perfect. Okay, sounds good.
Hold on, tell me. So what happened? I guess I'm busy. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, we haven't got a call on that one. Good effort by Crawford. I just got through saying, we've got to expect a turnover at some point tonight. Our offense hasn't played bad. They're running one play on defense. They'll fix it in there. They have not stopped us. We were 4 for 5 on the
I thought our defense
Steph, you can't expect that. It is what it is. Yep.
Check. Are you charging?
That was a short halftime. Anyway.
Kenny? Back to the Santa Ana Stars Center here. I just picked up my headphones. I thought we were going to be gone a little longer. You guys are fast back there in radio land. You guys snuck up on us a little bit, but Stephanie Tucker makes her way up to the press booth here in Rio Rancho, New Mexico tonight, and we're going to talk about some cool things coming up. Number one is something that's never been done before. International game, a team from Mexico coming in next Sunday. Talk about that.
Well, we were excited about being able to bring the International Championship to Amarillo, Texas. It's never been done. I've always promised the fans that we're going to always try to bring the excitement to Amarillo. We've brought the first championship, and now we brought the championship where everybody got to see it. Now we're bringing the International Championship. And then hopefully on July 12th we'll be bringing the third-time championship back to Amarillo.
Let's don't quite get the horse above the cart just yet. Let's talk about next Sunday afternoon. Let's talk about next Sunday afternoon as the team comes in. Talk about kickoff time, things like that, activities, a lot of stuff that people want to know. What time's all this going to take place?
They're going to start the gates open at 3 o'clock, and the game starts at 4:05. And so, like I said, these are international, it's the Alexpa All-Stars. So we're really excited to be able to host some, on Friday, we're actually going to get to go to some of the schools. And then on Saturday, we're going to be around the community, starting like at Westgate Mall and doing some things there. So y'all can actually come out and meet not only the Venom, but the Alexpa All-Stars too.
And this is a team out of, you said Mexico. Mexico plays an arena football league, and this is their all-stars, and it's a game that you got in contact with those guys. They contacted us. They wanted to take on the best that arena football in America has to offer.
And we were really excited about the offer, the ability to bid on this championship game. So, yeah, it's exciting. They've been working on this. I guess we've all been working on it for at least 6 to 7 months. We were talking about that on the way down here that we've been working on this since October. But we couldn't announce it until January, and now the festivities are here, so we're excited.
I wanted to call it the Chips and Salsa Bowl, but you wouldn't let me do that.
No, I have a little bit more oomph and class with that. So we're really, there's just so many things that we're going to have going on. There's a lot of things that we're, going to start doing. On-field promotions. Going to be out in the community a lot more this season.
Okay, so talk about the season. There's still a chance for people, if they don't have tickets, if they want to be a season ticket holder, if they want to help have something on the field, if they want to be involved.
We even had today 2 new sponsors call us today and say, hey, we want to be a part of what y'all are doing in the community. So that's a fantastic way. There's always different things that we can do, and one of the things I think that we're able to do, and what's been blessed with us to do, is that we are very creative on getting you involved in the community or getting you involved into the game. So we have that. But, yeah, also, a lot of people are confused that we actually shut down our office to the public, but I hope people understand that this is allowing us to be out in the community way, way more.
Yeah, and what you're talking about is we used to have an office downtown. We've closed those doors. We have a private office now, and we'll be at Westgate Mall. We'll be at all kinds of places on game week to be able to give tickets out and sell tickets.
That's something totally different. You've always had the opportunity to come downtown, but you could go down 2 more blocks and buy from the Civic Center. So we're trying to make it more convenient. Also, you can buy tickets online, not only Panhandle tickets, but you could go to our GoVenom.com and buy your tickets. Call us. There's so many ways you could do it. We actually even still have season tickets left. So if anybody is interested in being part, we have season tickets, as low as $60. So, you can't, I just fed my family at the concession, and I promise you,
It was $60.
It was $60.
Well, I tell you what, let's take a minute. Talk about some of those sponsors. Let's let those guys have a little airtime here real quick. And will you stick around with me for one more segment after the break?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You're listening to Stephanie Tucker, owner of the Amarillo Venom. It's halftime here in Rio Rancho. The Venom lead 28-21 of the New Mexico Stars. You're listening to Venom Football on the car. Sorry, Kenny. She reminds me of the girl off of Scandal. Castle. That's what I think it is. Oh. It's fixed. It's fixed. Sure. Road opener for the Amarillo Venom here in Rio Rancho, New Mexico at the Santa Ana Stars Center. The Venom 28-21 with the lead right here, right at halftime. Venom going to get the ball back after half. I'm sitting with owner Stephanie Tucker of the Amarillo Venom. Now, you're going on your 3rd year of the team. I know you were stressed the first year, the second year. You're still straight. You're a ball of nerves over there watching this game.
I think the third year is probably even. I mean, you build expectations not only for your organization. I think the fans, I hope everybody that's involved in our organization is building that expectation. They want to win. They want us to provide a quality product. So, again, my job is to worry about what's going on the field when coach is playing. But, and then my job is to make the entertainment fun in the stands. I had a really good compliment. Somebody here up in the stands saw us our jersey and said, "Hey, I got to come to the game," and said y'all's production and y'all's everything that y'all do up in the stands is just awesome. We really enjoyed it. And they didn't have a clue who I was, nor do I care. But that's kind of what the whole thing. You surround yourself with good people. And then we can create great things. So we're excited about what's all going on.
So tell me what you think, okay, before we wrap up. And they've just added more time to halftime, I noticed. But what do you think? First half, new quarterback, pretty nice job. 4 touchdown passes.
You know what? That's one thing that we all talked about is that what are we going to do? How are we going to do it? I think we have the quality of men that on and off the field, and I think that's going to turn in. I mean, Coach Reese and Coach Snipes and our coaching staff do a fantastic job. They actually coach. I mean, they coach up in practice. We were watching Coach Snipes the other day at practice going, wow, this is awesome. He actually really coaches. And we're really proud of what they're doing, and I think we have a great product. And, everybody, there's a lot of rookies on this team, and we all expect the best, but we all can expect to get better. This is the first game. This is the first time they've ever seen the arena.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. Okay, now somebody I talked about earlier, Craig Fulton Jr. Now, first off, how does it feel to have a player that's older than
Hey, you know what?
and I talked about this. DJ
good.
Brashears was in junior high when Craig was for the Dusters.
Hey, you know what? You put it all together.
Yep. Great
things do. I think Coach Reese could come out and call just as well as anybody else in the league. So, you know what? It's not age. I mean, what are they going to say about us one of these days when we're running this team?
Oh, well, I don't know about you.
I
plan on looking good.
Yeah. I hope we win a couple of championships with, some extra money so I can keep looking good, maybe.
Brought to you by Dr. Proffer from Proffer Clinic there. And on that note, we're going to take another quick timeout. The Venom lead 28-21. That's a cheap plug, though, for him right there. Hey, I'm in. If you don't want it, I do. 28-21. You're listening to Venom Football in the car.
Man, I don't know how you can hear anything.
I can't. That's why you were getting mad at me.
You were getting...
I can't.
Ask her to send us a picture from the watch party.
Kenny, let's do another minute and a half if we can. I can't talk to this lady this long.
Well, it don't matter, but we look sharp.
Dang it. Need that in a minute. Back here to the Santa Ana Stars Center. That confuses me when that's then. Right back to the Santa Ana Stars Center here in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. Say that fast 5 times. as the Amarillo Venom have made their way back to the field with a 28-21 lead of the New Mexico Stars, who are now making their way in. We're joined by Stephanie Tucker, owner of the Amarillo Venom. So one more time, let's talk about next Sunday. Now, first thing, it's not a Saturday game, it's a Sunday game. And then the other thing, it's not the 7 o'clock kickoff.
You know, we're really excited about trying something new. With a Sunday, we're hoping to get a lot of families out after spring break. Give you something to do on a Sunday. It's at 4 o'clock start. 3 o'clock's when the gates open. Still time to bring out, have fun. Bring anybody out that you want to. Your aunts, your uncles. It's fun for all ages, and that's one thing. And then you will have time to get ready for work the next day or school the next day. So we're really excited. We know that everybody should come out. Tickets start at $10. So, I mean, we want to keep on offering great things like this, and with the support of the communities, I think we'll be able to keep on doing this. I would love to have this be a standing thing, and then we have a team from Japan that actually wants to come and play us. So, different things like that. We want to keep offering some excitement to Amarillo.
And that's part of the season ticket deal. If you do it, you get the international game.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't know that. I mean, we're trying. We do the 6 tickets for your season tickets within the international game. So, you get 7 tickets for the price of 6, pretty much. I mean, you get by. So, we're really excited about what's going to go on. Anything from your mulligans, wait staff, to...
So we'll talk about that. So you've got the first 4 rows. You don't have to get up.
When we decided to do this, we wanted to make it a fun for everybody, or an ability to entertain clients. So, or your family. I have 3 kids. Sometimes I'm tired of going and get popcorn or Cokes or beer or whatever. So we actually have mulligans wait staff will be able to come and help you not have to get out of your seats and not miss any of the games. So we're excited about that. There's so many different things that we have going on. Anything from, we have Tacos Garcia, we're doing a memory game. So we're really excited about that. There's so many
There's so much
things
to talk about, and if they haven't been, get your tail to the Civic Center. Next Sunday, gates open at 3, USA versus Mexico. Not often you get to play for your country. Stephanie, thanks for coming up and chattering with me. And since we didn't get to talk for like 5 hours coming up here, we chattered just a little bit on the way, but you were working.
I was working. Hey, we have big things for this season. You always have to keep working. I can always sleep on July 21st.
That's it. That's
that's our anniversary, dear.
You can't sleep then. Here we go. 2:15 remaining before halftime's over. We're going to take one more 2-minute break. Venom will have the ball. When you come back, 28-21 lead for the Amarillo Venom in the road opener of the Lone Star Football League season 2014. You're listening to Venom Football on the car.
Okay, they don't have logos on their jerseys. They do?
I'm just saying. Okay. See ya. Be careful. Glad you just told me that. Call KP. Yes, 30-second one. Golly. Rio Rancho, New Mexico. Santa Ana Star Center, the Amarillo Venom, clinging to a 7-point lead in a first half that they pretty much dominated. But give credit where credit's due. The New Mexico Stars have battled back and put themselves in a position to make this game interesting, as the kickoff is going to be drilled and bounced and then bobbled, and it's going to be a turnover to the Stars, and that's just silly mistakes. Mike Carter tried to pick up the ball that was going to come through to Raymond Johnson Jr. and flat out fumbles it. That's those mistakes that we talked about. You've had 2 in the last 2 minutes now. The fumble going into the end zone by Crawford, and now Mike Carter with the fumble to start the second half, and there goes your spacing. We're talking about you got to have those possessions, you got to have spacing, and we just had a possession taken away from us right then with that mistake. On the kickoffs, most of the indoor teams dribble it along the floor, and you've got to let that go through if you're one of the up front guys. You cannot get in the way. You got to let it go through. Carter bounced off of him, and so now our defense is right back on the field as we're just underway here in the second half of play. 28-21, the Venom lead. Stars have been effective on offense after their first 2 possessions of the first half. They've scored on every one of them, except for that one with 0.7 seconds left. Deep ball coming, passing the end zone, and he had a wide open receiver, got behind Maldonado, intended for Jerome McGee. And the Venom sort of need to shake the cobwebs out here. Not quite the start to the second half that I'm sure that Coach Reese or Coach Snyder was quite wanting coming out of halftime. I know it's not what I wanted. 28-21. Still a lot of football to be played. And once again, we talked about early in the game, our Venom defense had 2 back-to-back stops. Can they get a stop here? Second down. Ball's going to be spotted on the 20-yard line of New Mexico after all that just happened. Now a fumble by New Mexico, and I think the Venom just got it right back. And on the field is DJ Brashears, and the Venom come up with the fumble. Who comes up with it? Big Andre Hendrick out of Hardin-Simmons University. And a huge play and a huge break for the Venom as Carter, I know, is going, whew, I just got away with one, baby. And he pounded his chest and he said, my bad. I love a guy that'll take it when he does it. And that time a fumbled snap. McGlory just fumbled the ball. And the Venom have it inside New Mexico territory, 1st and 10. Ball on the, we're going to say 18-yard line. Brendan Crawford, pretty much perfect for the first half. Had 1 turnover, but it was an effort turnover. Reaching the ball, trying to go across the end zone, got swiped away from him. So let's see what he does here in the second. Quick fake pitch, and then back to DJ Brashears. It was a fake pitch to Shaka Harris, and then a bubble screen on the left side to Brashears. And he's quickly tackled by number 44 of New Mexico. That's Roosevelt Falls. So Falls is going to get the tackle there. We're going to call it a loss of, you know what? After all that was said and done, we got forward progress for yards, 2nd and 9. Ball's going to be on the 16-yard line of New Mexico. The Venom going right to left on your radio dial. Quarterback, 6'5", 230-pounder Brendan Crawford out of Langston University. This first start for the Venom. 4 touchdowns in the first half, and seeing you have 4 more here in the second. He drops back, looking, finding, throwing, and the ball was just behind Craig Fulton Jr. It was a back shoulder throw on the right-hand side, and Fulton Jr. had a chance at it, but it was just a little bit out of reach. Goes about 4 rows up, and that's a Gene Messer ball in the stands. And the Venom are now faced with 3rd down. 3rd down for the Venom here, underway. Clock tick, 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 ticking. 12:35 remaining in the 3rd quarter. 3rd quarter brought to you by Chop Chop. Thank you, Chop Chop. Great sponsor of the Venom. They feed our players, and I know if you haven't been there lately, that place is absolutely fantastic. And the Venom are going to have to blow a timeout on an equipment issue, and that is huge right here to start the second half. We're going to take a 30-second timeout with them. Maybe we can get our bearings straight. You listen to Venom football in the car. You just got to run off the field if your helmet's not working. Lord. Or just play. Gravy. So the Venom still talking in the huddle with head coach Julian Reese. That time they had an equipment. Looked like somebody couldn't get their helmet buckled. And instead of just trotting off the field or just playing with it, burned a timeout. That could come back huge. You know, you're on the road. This is a tough place to play. Remember last year, you know, with a championship quality team, and we know what type of talent we had last year. We've got that same talent this year. I'm not saying that. But a seasoned team, deep in the season, you know, we had to block a field goal to escape. Dante Bryant squirted through, blocked a field goal. Really, his time expired to save a win here on the road. So now the Venom on third down. Ball's going to be on the 18, 19-yard line. 3rd and 9, we call it. And they make their way to the line. Eric Waltz, the center. Brendan Crawford under center. And Christian Kaflish, the motion man. Crawford looking, rolling. Kaflish is open in the end zone. Can he get open? Throws it across his middle, and Crawford made a huge mistake then as he went back across his body and threw it right into the hands of, looks like, number 11, Marcus Smith. Kaflish was open in the end zone, and we tried to go back across short route, rolling right, throwing back left, and that's where you get in trouble. So the teams have now traded turnovers. Venom with 2, New Mexico with 1. Sloppy start to the second half. And now the Venom defense is going to be asked again to come up and make a big play. You cannot make mistakes on the road against a hungry team in New Mexico. (28-21), the Venom still with the lead, and I know that Coach Reese is not going to be happy. Pretty much a perfect first 29 minutes of play. And then in the last 3, the Venom have seen 3 turnovers. 1st and 10 for the New Mexico Stars. McGlory with that same quick bubble screen. He gets a great block. He's holding Devin Dace. My gosh, Devin Dace just got rolled like it was a bareback race. I mean, he's pleading with the officials down there. I mean, they literally had his shoulder pads pulled over his helmet. And I don't know how you can't see. I mean, pulled over his helmet. Get him a saddle or something if you're going to ride him that hard. Because that was absolutely crazy. So after all of that, the rodeo action here in Rio Rancho tonight, it's 2nd down and 5. Ball's in the 15-yard line of the Stars. Manley, the motion man. McGlory looking, still looking, under pressure. Throws back across the middle, and that ball's going to fall safely to the field at about the 20-yard line and is incomplete, intended for Jerome McGee. McGlory had plenty of time, and that's one thing that I think we expected this year, is more pressure on the field. And so far, give credit where credit's due. A couple D1-type linemen from New Mexico, and they've kept McGlory pretty much safe for most of the night. He's got hit a couple times, 1 sack. Maybe we can get some pressure here. Big 3rd down coming. 3rd down, call it 5. Motion man is Bruno. McGlory, now he's under pressure, throws and finds a wide open Bruno. Missed tackle by Devin Dace. And then he's going to be brought to the ground after he gets past midfield, all the way down to the 20-yard line of the Venom. It's these slow check-down routes that McGlory's having high success with. And he's doing a nice job tonight. 10-11 remaining in the 3rd quarter. 28-21. The Venom still lead here in Rio Rancho tonight. Motion man's going to be McGee. Trip receivers all the way on the left-hand side. And we got an official timeout on the field. We had something fall over the bench area. Now they're ready to play under the 10-minute mark. Sloppy start to the 3rd quarter. Sloppy first 5 minutes. 3 turnovers. And another bobbled snap, and the ball's behind him. The pitch went over, and Andre Hendricks has a chance to get on it, and he does. Waiting on a call from the officials. It was a quick pitch out, and they're trying to sort out the pile, and we're going to see what happens. Danny Snyder's walking out the field, and the Venom have come up with their 2nd turnover, and let's see who comes up with it. And it's Andre Hendricks, again, his 2nd fumble recovery in the last 5.5 minutes. So 4 turnovers in 5 minutes of play here to start the 3rd quarter. You know, that's when you start talking about fatigue and being out of shape and being new and all that. It is a sloppy start to the first half or second half. But the Venom can take a deep breath if they can get some separation here. They're in business. 1st and 10. Ball's going to be spotted on the New Mexico 17-yard line. That was going to be a quick pitch that time back to looked like Roosevelt Falls, and the ball just bounced off his right shoulder. And now Brendan Crawford fumbles the snap. And the Venom are going to get back on it. That was going to be a handoff that time to Brashears. And Coach Reese is about to pull what little hair he has left out. He's standing on about the 20-yard line of Amarillo, arms crossed. And somebody looks at that. You've heard the section on NFL football, where they do the "come on, man." That is the look that he just gave his center quarterback, Chris Carter, off of CBS Sports and those guys. Come on, man. Mike Ditka, ESPN, CBS. Sorry, Kenny. And this time looks like it's going to be a false start or motion. And we're going to see what the call is. Half of New Mexico moved that time. We'll see. It might have been a good hard count that time by Crawford. One official says Amarillo, one says New Mexico. Crawford never moved, and that is going to be on New Mexico. So only the second penalty of the night for the Stars. And that's going to give the Venom a 5-yard advantage. Now the ball's inside the 15. 2nd down and 5. They need to score here. The way this game, the momentum has sort of changed. And I'll be honest, I don't think it's for any team. It's there for the taking. So someone needs to make a play. Raymond Johnson Jr. is going to be the motion man on the left-hand side. Craig Fulton Jr. joins him on that side. DJ Brashears up top. Crawford looks, throws, wide open. Raymond Johnson Jr. still on his feet. Makes 2 men miss. Finally tackled by Marcus Smith. But he's going to have a Venom first down, and he's inside the Coors Light red zone all the way down to the 4-yard line. 8-11. Remaining in the third quarter, 28-21 Venom lead. Trying to get inside the goal line and extend the lead. Shocker Harris in the backfield. Look for a quick pitch here. Brashears, the motion man. Quick pitch to Harris. Harris has the corner. He looks, makes 1 man miss, still on his feet. And he rumbles inside the foot line. 2nd down and goal for the Venom. And that was Shaka Harris out of West Texas A&M University taking the ball inside. It's going to be placed at the 1-yard line. Andre Hendricks makes his way into the game, and he is a bowling ball. Hendricks goes 5'10". I mean, he's short. Talking about that short stack at IHOP? He's got the big stack. 305 pounds, 5'10", 305. Try tackling that. Let's see what happens here. Look for Hendricks to get the handoff inside the 1-yard line. Crawford under center. Handoff to Andre Hendricks, and a bowling ball just made a strike. 34-21, Venom with the touchdown by Hendricks. Big Andre, 305 pounds at 5'10". I mean, I don't know how physics works, but, I'd like to see that one, what you would have to take him down with only a yard to go. Fredo Chavez set to kick the extra point. Try to extend the Venom lead. We're at the 7-minute mark. Remember, the clock runs on point after attempts in the Lone Star Football League. Snap by Watts is back. Hold by Catholic is down, and the kick is good. 35-21, the Venom lead. 6:59 remaining in the third quarter. You're listening to Venom Football on the car. They're doing an on-field, Kenny, so we got a little bit. Okay. No, that'd be fine. Yeah, we can take one more. Is it after this? Perfect. (35-21), the Venom lead here in Rio Rancho, New Mexico tonight. 6:59 remaining in the third quarter. Tons of football to be played. But that was a huge one right there because we talked about momentum, and really both teams were just sort of struggling to find their way in the second half. 4 turnovers between the two teams. in only 5 minutes of play, something you don't see a lot. But we talked about it earlier. It was like the first half for both teams was almost perfect, and then about 6 minutes there sort of fell apart. Chavez drills one, bounces at the 10-yard line. Touch. Now takes a big divot shot at the goal line. McGee going to run this out, and he is evaporated by Maldonado. I'm talking about put water in heat, and that was it. He evaporated him. New Mexico's going to take over at the 12-yard line. 6:49 remaining here. Now, I tell you what, this is a great place to come. This arena is absolutely fantastic. Not the environment that Kyle Farley Coliseum Coors Light Field is. Now, if you haven't been there, you guys got to get out next Sunday night. USA versus Mexico. We're going to have some awesome uniforms that the Venom will wear that night. USA flag themed. They are amazing. Get out next Sunday night. Come support. Make that place rock. Let's pack the Farley. First down right now for the Stars. McGee, the motion man. Going left to right on your radio dial. McGlory has all day and then some to throw as he looked like he was skipping rocks so that time. You know, when you're a kid, you go out and skip rocks down the old pond, try to see how many you can do. He had about 6 bounces just then as the ball went across the turf as it's going to be second down. But one thing that I got to give credit is the offensive line for New Mexico. Great job tonight. Those guys are really stepping up. And quite frankly, they're putting it on them. They're doing a nice job. Pressure has been something that's been hard to come from. We'll see what happens here. Maybe Coach Snipes can dial it up. Second down, call it 10, ball on the 14-yard line. McGlory dropping, looking to his right, throws back across his body, finds a wide open man at midfield, makes one man miss, and then Tay Evans comes in and lays a big hit on him, but not before Marcus Smith can rumble for about 30 yards all the way down to, we're going to call it the 17-yard line. So a 20-yard gain. My math, I know my teachers, they might yell at me a little bit. Math got a little backwards there. A 20-yard gain for New Mexico, 5:28, Venom lead 35-21. A stop right here would be huge. We talked about separation multiple times during this game. You've got to find that way to separate yourself for when that late flurry comes, because it's going to come. It always does in this game. And an interception right there by Craig Fulton Jr. He's out past midfield and all the way down to the 20-yard line, and there's the stop we needed. Fulton Jr., we're going to call him Papaw. I like that. He may not like that. He's a cool guy. And he has made some huge plays here tonight. 2 touchdowns, and now from the linebacker position, that interception, and he's going to give the ball to the Venom. Their third turnover of the third quarter. Inside Star territory. Ball's going to be spot on the 23-yard line. 35-21. 5:08 remaining in the third. Still a ton of football to be played. Conditioning is going to be key here as we go down the stretch. But a huge play for the old-timer. Brendan Crawford, the quarterback of the Venom, enters the ball game now, and he's under center Eric Waltz from Oklahoma Panhandle State University at center. Raymond Johnson Jr., joined by Christian Kaflish on the right-hand side. Crawford looking, throwing, and Kaflish has his first reception for the Venom, and he's going to be tackled after about a 4-yard gain. Nice tackle that time by number 9. Hadn't called his name much tonight of New Mexico, but that's going to be Jason Allen comes up with a nice form tackle. Kaflish goes into the wall, but nonetheless, he's going to have positive yards to the Venom. And Kaflish, this is a guy that we really like. Came in, was brought in by Coach Don Carthel to work with quarterbacks at West Texas A&M. Ended up coming into our camp this spring, and we've been impressed with him. Former quarterback receiver at Texas A&M University. So you know he's got talent. DJ Brashears with the handoff this time, and he's going to be met in the backfield quickly for no gain at all. Tried to come in from the motion position, and nothing doing there. And it looks like big number 32 for New Mexico is going to come up with the tackle. And that's J.T. Cleveland. A lot of man right there. Takes him 2 sack lunches to work, I guarantee, because he's a lot of boy. With a nice form tackle of DJ Brashears. So now it's third down for the Venom, just like that. Trying to take advantage of the interception by Craig Fulton Jr. Ball spotted at the 20-yard line, directly on it. Trip receivers on the left-hand side. Kaflish is going to be your motion man. He's got a full head of steam. Crawford dropping, looking, rolling to his right, still looking. Throws it up in the end zone. Kaflish. And Kaflish goes over the top of his head and about 2 rows deep into the bleachers. There's some happy fans there with the Gene Messer Ford ball in the stands. And now it's fourth down. I thought there for a second the big 6'4" Kaflish might have a chance. at that ball, but it went completely over his head and into the end zone. And now there's no field goal kicking here, but this is a huge play for the Venom. 4th down and 7. Ball on the 20-yard line. They've got to get down inside the 13 for the first down. It's going to be trip receivers on the left-hand side. It's Fulton Jr., Johnson Jr., and Bashirs will be your motion man. Crawford under center. Has the snap. 5-step drop. Looking, throwing. Deep ball into the end zone. Bashirs makes the catch. Goes over the wall. He holds on to it. Touchdown, DJ Bashirs. Bashirs with his 2nd touchdown of his young career here for the Venom. And he went up over the wall. Looked like Raymond Johnson Jr. of old age. And flipped over. The crowd doesn't like it. They think he dropped it. But he had full possession as he went over the wall. And the Venom have stretched it out to now a 20-point lead, trying to make it 21. And how about DJ Bashirs? 2 touchdowns on the night, and the 5th touchdown pass from Brendan Crawford. Fredo Chavez set to kick. Cafflish the hold. Snap by Watts is a high one. Cafflish gets it down, and Fredo threads the needle. 21 for the Stars, 42 for the Venom. Stretching it out here in Rio Rancho. We're going to stretch out our legs. We could take a minute time out. You're listening to Venom Football in the car. Okay, 2:16, yep. (42-21), the Venom lead here at the Santa Ana Stars Center in Rio Rancho, New Mexico, in the Lone Star Football League Championship opener. If you're listening to us on 95.7 The Car, jump in your car now. Keep listening to the car all the way there, and then head over to Joe Daddy's and go get you some of that great food and happy hour environment that they've got going on right now. I know it's 10:30 back home, but the party's just getting started on a Friday night. The Venom have really tried to put a little party together here, and might be a little onside kick action. I see Coach looking because the New Mexico defenders are about 20 yards deep, and then now they come up as Chavez drills one. It's going to land about the 3-yard line, taken in the end zone. Full head of steam by the New Mexico receiver. Now Chavez is going to be forced to make a tackle, and it's going to be a holding call. Chavez with a great job that time. And Darrell Robinson came out, shot out like a gun just that time for New Mexico. But hold on, it's coming back. There's a flag on the 20-yard line. It's probably going to be a holding against the Stars. Big hole that time. I mean, that guy, he came out of nowhere. And how about Fredo Chavez? Palo Duro High School kiddo. Great kicker there during his high school days. Goes to WT, plays soccer, but kept kicking the whole time. He kept kicking, and he go out, kick 2 days a week, kick footballs, kick field goals. And so far tonight, he's 7 for 7 on extra points. 42-21, 2:03 remaining in the third quarter here at 95.7 The Car, Amarillo, Texas. Clock's running with 2 minutes now. The Stars have come off 3 turnovers to start the second half. The Venom need one more out here. Get that separation even on up there. Try to keep any hope from coming back. And a big-time pressure coming in. And that's Warren coming in with the, we're going to call it a pass breakup and a pass hurry at the same time, because right as the ball came out, he put the whip. I'll tell you what, have you seen the Miley Cyrus Wrecking Ball video? He looked like the Wrecking Ball just then. They didn't have Miley on him riding the Wrecking Ball, but he came in like a Wrecking Ball and just blew up McGlory of the New Mexico Stars in the second down with the ball spotted on the 20-yard line. Going left to right on your radio dial. 1:14 remaining in the third quarter. McGee, the motion man on the right-hand side. Fumble ball again, and the Venom have come up with their 4th turnover on 4 possessions. It's going to be Ricardo Thompson with the fumble recovery. Gets up, gives a big high five to his teammates. At Ohio Dominican University, Ricardo Thompson And now the Venom can really start trying to put a nail in the coffin here and get out of New Mexico alive. A lot of football left. This thing can change so fast. We've seen these games. Just really, there's no safe lead in arena football. So here we go. Under a minute. Clock's running. Under the 50-second mark as Brendan Crawford breaks the huddle. They're going to have to hurry. Play clock at 10. Trip receivers on the left-hand side. Play clock down to 3. Crawford, motion, looking, throwing, firing, and it's way behind Craig Fulton Jr., and that play was doomed from the beginning as they had to rush to the line. They rushed to the huddle, rushed to the line, barely got set up, and just a little timing issue that time as Crawford goes behind Fulton Jr. 30 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. 42-21, the Venom lead. Toby Tucker with the call alongside my man Kenny DeGunst back there at the stadium. Brendan Crawford, the quarterback here. Shaka Harris, 2 yards deep in the backfield. Fulton Jr., the motion man. Quick pitch out to Raymond Johnson Jr. Makes one man miss, and then he is absolutely blown up. He's going to get about 7, but a big-time hit that time. And Johnson Jr. slow to get up. We've seen him take some vicious hits. You just always assume that he's going to bounce up from those. And he's got a little limp, took it right on the hip. Roosevelt falls with the tackle. But that's going to be the final play of the third quarter. We've played 3 full quarters in the home opener for the Stars. And the opener of the Lone Star Football League, the Amarillo Venom lead 42-21. Here in Rio Rancho, don't go anywhere. We got 15 minutes of football left. Listen to Venom football on the car. Now they got dancers out there. Let's go a minute and a half. Thank you. Wow. We've played 3 full quarters of football here in Rio Rancho, New Mexico, and the Venom have roared out here in the third quarter to a 42-21 lead, turnovers being the key. And they started off a little shaky. The Venom did. They had a little fumble on the kickoff return and then got a turnover, and then they fumbled the snap. But the key's been is New Mexico has had 4 turnovers here to start the second half. The Venom have had 2, but the problem is the Venom have scored on 3 straight possessions now to extend their lead to 42-21. And have the ball inside, we're going to say directly on the 15-yard line. 3rd down and 5 here, big 3rd down coming. Once again, a chance to put the nail in the coffin. Twin receivers on the right-hand side. Johnson is the motion man. Cafflish, the lone receiver up top. And it's a quick screen back to Cafflish. It was set up the whole way. It got tipped right at the line of scrimmage. And it looks like big number 32. We talked about him earlier. Being a whole lot of man. That's JT Cleveland. He got his hand on it. They sent Fulton and Johnson Jr. both on the right-hand side. Crawford had a quick pump over it. Quick pump to the right-hand side, and it was coming back with a screen to Cafflish. He had blockers out front. But Cleveland gets his hand on the ball. Big old mitt. And now it's 4th down for the Venom. Ball spotted on the 15-yard line. They can get a 1st down. It's 4th, and we're going to call it 5. Going to have to hurry here. Play clock down to 4. Brashears, the motion man. Crawford with the snap. Finds Brashears, and he just missed him. He had him, and he put touch on it. He should have fired it in there that time. And Coach Reese is walking and talking to Crawford as they walk off the field, his young quarterback. He had a step. He was inside the defender, had him on his back. He just needed to put a little zip on it. And now the defense is going to be called on to make another stop. 14:01 just underway here in the fourth quarter, 42-21 the Venom lead. Once again, this game is just, if you haven't enjoyed indoor football, you need to get out and you need to do it because it's just something that, number one, the entertainment. I mean, you're right on top of these players. These guys are just top-notch men. They're great with the kids. It's something you can feel safe bringing your family to. Players are going to interact with the fans. They want to get after each other out there between the lines, but once they're in the box and talking to folks, it's all about the fans. So hats off to both these teams tonight, doing a good job with that. We hope you come out next week. McGlory throws one up, and he's going to have it outside the outreached hands of Roland Bruno. It was a slant route, sort of looked like an old wheel route that time. Bruno was the outside receiver, came running in. McGee sort of clearing space. Tay Evans with the coverage. And Evans made his presence felt early with a couple pass breakups. Venom have caused 2 interceptions tonight. Well, that's something that Coach Danny Snyder will like as we're about the 13-minute mark here in the final quarter of play in Rio Rancho. 42-21 the Venom lead. Trip receivers on the right-hand side. Bell. He's backed up about 9 yards. He's going to be your motion man. Big, tall, good-looking receiver. McGlory has pressure coming, and it's Warren going to be sacked again. McGlory is sacked by Warren, and we talked about Miley Cyrus and Wrecking Ball earlier. We're sort of in New Mexico outside Albuquerque. This is sort of Breaking Bad is. And Warren looked like Walter White that time because, Walter, he took everybody out, and that's exactly what happened just then as Warren comes in, and that's Sean Warren. 6'3", 320 out of Stephen F. Austin, and he has his second sack here in the second half. So now the Venom have them backed up. It's 3rd down, and we're going to call it 20. 19. Ball spotted on the 6. I got to get to the 25 for a first down. Going right to left on your radio dial is New Mexico. McGlory on 3rd down. Pressured again by Hendrick. Throws across his body, and a great catch made. And he's going to have a first down. Right outside the outstretched hands of Devin Dace. Went up high, tried to knock it down, and he found Roland Bruno, who's done a nice job tonight. Once again, right on that wall. Bruno goes up top and grabs on, and it's first down inside Venom territory now for the Stars. Once again, no lead safe in this game. The Venom going to be asked to make a big stop here. The one thing I've noticed here in the last few possessions is the pressure has really increased. Sean Warren, of course, with 2 sacks. And in there on defense, Kevin Myers playing nose right now. He's a whole lot of man, 6'4", 385. So some big men coming in for pressure. Pass intercepted. Tay Evans with the interception. He's out past the 15, still on his feet, past midfield. He might take it to the house. Down to the inside the 11-yard line is Tay Evans, and he's got his first interception of the night. We talked about him a while ago with 2 pass breakups early, and that's the 3rd interception on the night from McGlory, and the first for Tay Evans wearing an Amarillo Venom uniform, and he has the Venom back in business. They're going to call him out of bounds at the 13-yard line, so a nice return of about 25 yards for Evans. Thought he might take that one to the house. Now, if you haven't seen a cool video yet, go to our Facebook page, Amarillo Venom. It's facebook.com/Amarillo Venom. Go check out. There's a highlight film of Tay Evans when he was at West Texas A&M. You're going to be blown away. You're going to love to see this guy in person here in a couple weeks. 11:06 remaining in the ball game. Crawford back under center. DJ Brashears with the quick pitch. Brashears makes one man miss inside the 15. Makes another man's helmet come flying off. And a big hit that time, and Brashears is going to get 4 yards. Brashears was wide to the left side, had twin receivers on the right. Came motion. They pitched it to him, just sort of like a sweep. And he's going to gain 4 tough yards. Brashears, 2 touchdowns on the night. Rookie out of the University of Kansas. If you want to see some cool stuff, go put in DJ Brashears on YouTube. See what type of player he is. Did a nice job. In his days at Kansas, led them in receiving. Of course, Big 12 there at Kansas. Now he's wearing the black and red of the Amarillo Venom. Brashears going to be your motion man. He goes from left to right now. Quick bubble screen out to Raymond Johnson. Gets a nice block by Fulton. And he's going to gain, about 3. Coach Reese is unhappy with DJ Brashears because Brashears goes from right to left, and I think he was supposed to be the other blocker Fulton got his block. And Raymond Johnson Jr. giving some love that time to number 20. That's Cameron Gaddis. Those two sort of gone head-to-head a little bit, but Johnson, now a veteran, sort of a different role from him. Raymond came in, early 2 years ago in the first championship run, sat out a couple games, then came back with the Fury. They even have the Raymond Johnson rule. People just started kicking the ball on kickoffs just into the crowd. Anything to not get him. And Coach Reese is going to call timeout because Sean Warren ran up and didn't declare tight end at the last second. The New Mexico line is absolutely going crazy, and we're going to take it with them. 30-second timeout, 9:35 remaining in the ballgame, 42-21. Venom lead. You're listening to Venom Football on the car. 42-21, the Venom lead with 9:35 remaining in the ball game. Now, sort of a familiar territory. The Venom are right down here on their last drive before the Tay Evans interception. Ball's going to be spotted on what looks like the 8-yard line. 3rd and 5. Got to get to about inside the 3 to get a first down. And, last time the Stars held them on downs. Crawford had Brashears open and sort of went with the lob instead of that zip. But those are the things that are going to come along for a young quarterback. Brendan Crawford, he was on the Venom roster last year. Of course, Nate Davis was our quarterback at the time. Really didn't think he was going to get a lot of playing time. We traded him to New Mexico. He made a couple starts here. Things didn't work out, but now he's back with the Venom and playing well tonight. Crawford looking, throwing. Screen pass to big dog Lorenzo Murphy. 6'6", 300. And Murphy's going to be tackled after a 3-yard gain. It's going to be 4th down and 2. They tried to fake it that time. Murphy declared as the tight end, and they came back to him, and he got chopped down like he was at the skill saw cutting championships just then. You've seen that on ESPN and ESPN2. They cut those trees and climb them and all that. He looked like he got chopped down like one of those guys chopping wood. Under the 9-minute mark, 42-21. 4th down for the Venom. You would like to see them be able to come up with a couple of these tonight. Brashears, the motion man. Crawford keeps, and he's going to get the first down and all the way down to the 1-yard line. How about Brendan Crawford on 4th and 1? Now, last time he had an opportunity, that was about a minute to go in the first half, and he reached across, and the ball came out in the exact same spot where he just was. This time he gets the first down, and now the Venom at the 8.5-minute mark have 1st and goal. Ball spotted just outside the 1-yard line. Brendan Crawford, once again, your quarterback. Talk about some of the guys in there. You got Sean Warren, Lorenzo Murphy, Eric Waltz, and Andre Hendricks. He has 1 touchdown already tonight. He's in at fullback, and that's who the quick pitch is going to go to Dre. And he's going to reach across the goal line, and he's in. 2nd touchdown of the night for Hendricks. The 305-pound fullback has 2 out of Hardin-Simmons University. And the Venom have extended the lead to 48-21. You can hear a pin drop in the Santa Ana Star Center. Except for directly behind the Venom bench, there's about 70 of the Venom faithful that made the 4.5-hour drive here. And boy, we appreciate those fans. Just appreciate those fans listening on the car and at Joe Daddy's right now. As Fredo Chavez gets set to try to tack on the extra point out of the hold of Christian Catholic. Catholic gets it down, snaps up, kick is threaded. Good. 49-21, Venom lead. 7:43 remaining in the ball game. Listen to Venom football. Let's put this one away on the car. Perfect. 7:43 remaining in the ball game, and the road opener, the Lone Star Football League opening game of the season. Try to say that fast 3 times. 49-21, the Venom lead. The New Mexico Stars. This has been all Venom in the second half here, holding the Stars scoreless and forcing 5 turnovers, 3 fumbles and 2 interceptions. Fulton Jr. and Tay Evans, 2 interceptions here. Maldonado with an interception earlier. So the Venom defensive backs coming up big as New Mexico is sort of running out of gas here as Fredo Chavez gets set to kick it off. Now, last kickoff return, Dale Robinson, he shot out of a gun, man. I mean, the guy was flying down the field, got called back because of a holding. So we'll see what he's got if we'll challenge him again. There's a big, wide open hole on the right side for the Venom as they drill it. It's going to be taken at about midfield, and tackle is going to be made by the Venom inside their territory. That was number 44 with the kickoff return. It's Roosevelt Falls. So the Stars have good field position here at the 7:34 mark. Ball's going to be placed at the Venom 19-yard line. 49-21, the Venom lead. 5 turnovers for the Stars here in the second half. Each of their possessions has ended in a turnover. 5 possessions, 5 turnovers. And they've shown some flashes tonight that they can move the ball. We'll see what they do here on their 6th possession of the second half. McGlory, your quarterback for the Stars, trip receivers on the right-hand side. McGee's going to be the motion man. Comes from about 18 yards back, and it's going to be a bubble screen to Dexter Manley. Makes one man miss. And then smoked by Ricardo. Big Ricardo Thompson. Ohio Dominican University comes up, and he's going to have the tackle after a gain of about 7 yards from Manley. So once again, we want to talk about next week, not looking past the last 7 minutes here as the Venom are in firm control, but next Sunday afternoon, the Light in Amarillo, Texas at Cal Farley Coliseum, Coors Light Field. We're going to pack that place for the first ever international game, USA versus Mexico. And it's the Amarillo Venom that will represent the United States of America. And I mean, what a cool feeling is the Olympics. The Paralympics are going on right now. Some amazing athletes. We got some amazing ones that are wearing black and red that'll be wearing red, white, and blue next week for the Amarillo Venom at home. We want everybody to come out and enjoy that. It's going to be a neat cultural event. And this group from Mexico, they play. They have an arena league there, and this is their all-star team that's coming to town. I know they play a different type of football there that they're really known for, but they can play some football as well. New Mexico has it first and goal. Ball spotted at the 9-yard line of the Venom. See if the defense can come up with a stop here and not let New Mexico back in the ball game. Back shoulder pass intercepted by Devin Dace. Pass was going across, intended deep in the end zone. They've got away with that a couple times, rolling to the right. And McGlory has thrown his 4th interception of the ball game. And Devin Dace comes up with the interception. Dace, he's out of play for the Iowa Barnstormers. You know, that's one of the teams that you see in when you talk about Arena 1 and Arena Football League. Iowa well known for their, the goggles on their helmets and things like that. Well, he comes out of Iowa, and now he's in Amarillo, and he has an interception in the end zone. So the Venom will take over. 1st and 10, ball at their own 5-yard line, 5:47. The Venom fully in control now, 49-21. But I can promise you, Coach Julian Reese will not take the foot off the accelerator. Eric Waltz makes his way up as the center. Post them britches. And he's got the ball in his hand. Crawford now with his hands firmly placed on his buttocks as he drops back. 5-step drop, going deep. Finds a wide open DJ Brashears at midfield. Brashears makes 1 miss. Now 2. Ball's going to be taken in for the touchdown, and DJ Brashears shows up with 3 touchdowns tonight. The rookie, what a start. 3 touchdown receptions for DJ Brashears. And you like guys like that because that's going to take the heat off of Raymond Johnson Jr. It's going to take the heat off of Fulton Jr. 3 weapons in the backfield. And it's another touchdown pass for Crawford, and just like that, the lead is 55-21. Christian Kauflish ready to hold the snap from, looks like Eric Waltz. Fredo Chavez trying to be perfect on the night. Snap, down, kick, good. 56-21, the Venom lead, fully in control here in New Mexico tonight. Don't go anywhere. Listen to the last 5 minutes, or go over to Joe Daddy's and get you a drink. Wish I was there, but I'm here. 56-21. Venom lead. You're listening to Venom Football in the Car. Right back to the action. Chavez with the kick, and it's Robinson who takes it. And then Tay Evans comes in and tries to decapitate him. Ricardo Thompson had him by the legs, and Evans comes in and absolutely tries to take his head off. This is going to be 1st and 10 for the New Mexico Stars. Ball at their own 23-yard line, trailing 56-21 to the Amarillo Venom, the defending Lone Star Football League champions, but that was last year and this is now. Lot on tap for the Venom. Back home next Sunday afternoon to play Mexico, and then the following Saturday, a huge game versus Rio Grande Valley. McGlory dropping back, 5-step drop, now pressured by Harris. Harris misses. Thompson grabs on, throws back all the way across his body, goes four rows deep in the stands for a Gene Messer ball in the stands. Falls incomplete. Huge watch party out there at Joe Daddy's tonight. You guys, huge shout out to y'all. They just sent us a picture here. We've got to get that posted here in a minute. That is so cool. Thank you guys so much for what you do. Appreciate that. It's really cool. And thanks to Joe Daddy's for having that great spot for those folks to go and enjoy watch the game. Ball spotted on the 23-yard line. 2nd and 10 for New Mexico. Going right to left on the radio dial. McGee's going to be the motion man. Trip receivers. He's joined by Manley. And Roland Bruno, who's been sort of a big-time receiver for him tonight. Bruno sort of sets up, and that's who they go to on that right-hand side. Makes one man miss, but not the second. Evans, and then now Michael Carter comes in and cleans it up from his linebacker position. But Bruno's been impressive tonight. Leading receiver so far for the Stars as we go under the 3.5-minute mark. As you see that, Bruno sets in that zone and does a nice job on the replay there. And then comes in. And you like how the defense is flying around for the Venom. Got on the bus today about 10 o'clock Amarillo time. Made the short trip over to Rio Rancho. Time to get out and stretch the old legs a little bit, and they'll head back tonight. And get ready. It would be nice to have a Saturday off. Get to watch some games on film tomorrow as McGlory has all day. Throws back across his body, and Dace was closing in. And it just went above his hands, and pass was intended for Dexter Manley. And McGlory has been dangerous with that. I mean, it's paid off a couple times, a couple of early touchdowns that roll all the way to the right and then throw it back all the way left. He's going from one wall to the other. And a couple times they've made him look good doing it, and then a couple times the Venom defenders have been there. Tay Evans, Mike Maldonado, Devin Dace, the defensive backs. Shaka Harris at defensive end. Eric Waltz playing nose. Andre Hendricks, defensive end. Ricardo Thompson and Michael Carter make up the rest of the Venom defense. Hendricks bringing pressure that time. Nice pass to McGee inside the Coors Light red zone. Find the soft spot between Maldonado and Evans. The ball's going to be placed about the 5-yard line. It's a first down for New Mexico. 2 minutes remaining in the ball game. 56-21 the Venom lead. Here in the Lone Star Football League opener. Under 2 minutes now. Tick, 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 tick. Only, oh gosh, we're less than 120 ticks left in this ball game from taking it back to Amarillo. First down and goal, though, for the New Mexico Stars. McGlory under center. Motion man's McGee on the left-hand side, and that's who he's looking to. Now he's scrambling. Under pressure, tackled at about the, call it the 2-yard line. Nice job that time. Pressure came from outside, and any old coach will tell you, pressure comes out, step up in the pocket. That's what McGlory did then. He was able to find about 3 yards. There was nothing there. Nice job. I give credit to the defensive backs for the Venom. Waltz coming up with the tackle. and doing a nice job. And his shoes is a fashion statement for some of these players for Amarillo. You got Ricardo Thompson wearing orange, Shaka Harris wearing orange, Devin Dace wearing green shoes. It's St. Patrick's theme there as the timeout's going to be called. By New Mexico, we're going to take it with them. It's a 1-minute media timeout, so we're going to take about a minute and a half with them. Kenny back there running the show in the station. You're listening to Venom Football, up 56-21 on the car. No. All right, here we go. Second and goals. We're right back to action for the New Mexico Stars, trailing 56-21. 1 minute warning here as McGlory is under center. McGee making the motion. Quick pitch out to number 4, and he is absolutely met by a whole den of snakes that time. First up was Kevin Myers, 6'5", 385. These are some big men. I'm going about 5'7", 190. They take me and throw me around like a little rag doll. Myers, nothing doing that time on the defensive end position. Brody Landrick trying to get into the end zone as now it's 3rd and goal. And this is what you like to see. There's less than a half a minute left in the ball game. The Venom are determined to not let New Mexico in. Let's see if they can keep them out. McGlory dropping, rolling, firing back across the end zone, and it goes 3 rows deep for the Gene Messer ball in the stands. 4th down. Clock stops. 23.6 seconds left in the ball game. So here we go. 4th down and goal coming. Ball's going to spot it inside the 5-yard line. We're going to call it the 4. But then I'm trying to wrap this up on a positive note, and a timeout is being called by New Mexico. Kudos to those guys trying to get one, too. We're going to take a 30-second timeout with them. Listen to Venom Football at 56-21. What's up, Lance Liner on the car? So here we go, 4th down, right back to action. 56-21, the Venom lead. 23.6 ticks left in the ball game. And we're going to come back to twin receivers on the right-hand side. McGee will be the motion man, but Dexter Manley's lined up on the left. He's found that wall a couple times. Could go that way. McGlory has the snap. 3-step drop. Now flushed out of the pocket to his right. Shaka Harris is there to make a tackle, and he misses, and then cleaned up by Ricardo Thompson. The defense holds. Harris was there, sort of made him break down, and Ricardo Thompson came in and cleaned him up like your mama used to do to you when you spit up as a little kid. He cleaned him up. And I just got the look from my wife like, what are you talking about? But she had 3 kids. She cleaned them up too. And the Venom are going to escape New Mexico tonight and go 1-0 in the Lone Star Football League season. 15.6 seconds. Now the clock will stop. There's interesting rules in the arena and indoor game. The clock stops unless it's positive plays. So we'll see what happens here as we try to get out of here. You know, I tell you what, one thing that I like for the Venom tonight is, you know, all these rookies and things like that. But one thing that we celebrate with after every game, we've got some great cooks, got a batch of pumpkin bread waiting for them. And that'll be gobbled up before we get halfway out of Albuquerque. Crawford takes the snap. He tries to fall over, not get in the end zone. Now he leaks out, hands the ball off to Shaka Harris, who's going to go 45 yards to the house for a touchdown. Crawford was being tackled, reaches out, hands off the ball to Shaka Harris, who rumbles, 49 yards to the house. The Bluebirds are out in New Mexico. Crawford was just trying to fall forward. He's getting tackled. He's getting brought down. He hands it off to Shaka Harris out of West Texas A&M University. And I'm watching it on the replay here. Shaka just reaches down and takes it from him. Crawford's on the ground. Shaka pulls it out of his hands, rumbles, mumbles, stumbles. 49 yards to the house. And it's a 62-21 lead for the Venom. And what was awesome, the best part about that play, 49 yards was great, was watching Coach Julian Reese tell his players to get off the field before the officials decided to change the call. 49-yard run, 62-21. Snap down, Cafflish with the hold. The kick by Fredo Chavez is good. And the Venom have extended the lead to 63-21. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Venom Football in the car. Pumpkin bread. Oh, yeah. It's been all Amarillo Venom for the second half as they have held the New Mexico Stars scoreless. They've absolutely dominated the second half of play. We talked about quarterback issues and things like that. Hats off Brendan Crawford. He's got to be your player of the game. The guys come in. I know we've had some guys come up big. DJ Brashear's 3 touchdowns. Fulton Jr., 2 touchdowns. Raymond Johnson Jr., a touchdown. Andre Hendricks, 2 touchdowns. A lot of guys on defense stepping it up. But how about the quarterback play of Brendan Crawford lighting it up tonight as the kick just by Fredo goes rolling over the back of the end zone, so New Mexico will take over. First down on their own 5-yard line for what should wrap this game up with 3.9 seconds remaining. The Venom are going to get out of New Mexico, and I tell you what, this is a great place to play. Great environment over here. They just had their state basketball tournaments in this facility. Quick turnover for a football field, and then I think they've got a comedy show in here tomorrow night. Nice little multi-purpose facility. I told Stephanie if we ever build one, it's going to look just like this. Never know. But great things always happening in Amarillo, and it's great that we have so many championship quality programs in Amarillo as well. A lot of good stuff going on. WT football, Amarillo Bulls hockey, Amarillo Venom. How about our basketball, Nazareth Canyon, Amarillo High Boys, Bushland Boys, Happy, Text Line, you name them. These guys, Nazareth, just light it up. Great place to be a sports fan. Should be the final play of the game as McGee with the reception is going to be tackled by Tay Evans. And that's it in New Mexico tonight. 63-21, the Venom are going to take home their first victory. We're going to take a quick 1-minute timeout, come back with some final thoughts. As the Venom have got out of the Santa Ana Star Center with a 1-0 lead on the Lone Star football season. I can't talk. I've been talking for 3 hours straight. Let's take a minute break. We'll come back and wrap it up. You're listening to Venom Football in the car.
What? He's not playing for us. We cut him. He's probably here.
Yeah. (63-21), the Amarillo Venom go to 1-0. Great night tonight in Rio Rancho. Started out with the Venom pretty much pulling out to a dominating lead, and then you thought, well, man, this might get interesting a little bit. Mexico Stars came roaring back. They get a late stop. It was only a 28-21 lead at halftime, and then the Venom took full control. 5 turnovers by the Stars in the second half, and it was pretty much over for the Venom. Brendan Crawford is going to be your Coors Light player of the game. Thank you to the Reed family and Don there at Coors. Coors Light player of the game is Brendan Crawford out of Langston University. His first start wearing the black and red of the Amarillo Venom, and he lights up the scoreboard tonight. Proud of him, and big shoes to fill coming in the quarterback role. We've had some great quarterbacks in Amarillo